discuss if we're gonna convince
All right.
Muriel to come or not.
We're good. We're live.
Oh, we are? Oh,
Mhm.
shit. Okay. Oh. So, I guess... I guess Edge had an update, and now it's, like, defaulting all my settings to be, like, pro Microsoft. Yeah, they're asking me if I want to check out Gears of War 4. That sounds great. Anyways, today's fact expiration question is going to be the number 78. 78 is... meta question. I guess it's not really meta for some of you. Assuming they had access to modern venues, what is their favorite restaurant? So I'll throw that question out. And while you ruminate on that, would anybody for a point of DM inspiration like to sum up what happened last time on Curse of Strahd? Going once, going twice, throw a d20 into chat if you're interested. Otherwise, I'll try to do the recap. Oh, Wayne.
At least I'm consistent.
All right, Jason coming in with a 6, 3 times as strong. Going once, going twice. All right, Jason, sum it up for us. What happened last time?
Last time we were taking a needed respite after fighting a mummy and some druids, some witches, and somehow or another not having an encounter with the Dark Lord. In the cave.
Oh, we didn't, but you had a
in
thing.
True. We locked eyes momentarily. After catching our breath in a cave that Ez had found, we discussed ways to get off the hill. And after kind of taking stock, and most of us tired, running low on reserves, and our rope supply questionable, we decided instead to go down to the next level and then walk around the outer grave path to the main entrance of Yester Hill, and then use that to throw out. With that in mind, we set out, and with us tired and ragged, weren't exactly the most quietest group, and we pretty much tripped over a patrol at the main entrance. Ended up having a scuffle. Luckily, no warning horns were blown, but Anne and Robin took some dicey wounds. A scout was able to get away in the scuffle. Even with bad luck, Wayne's aim was true. Victor showed off some powerful magic and made one of the barbarians just walk away from the fight before we succumbed the rest of them. We took their masks and some of their equipment, and with the barbarian that Victor had influenced to leave us alone and head towards Valakai, we followed after him. That let us kind of blend a little bit as we walked Strahd off Yester Hill before we cut across the forest towards the vineyard. Right before we get to the vineyard, we almost ran into some small tree creatures, but we were able to see them up ahead, and we waited for them to pass by. Then we finally made it early in the morning back to the vineyard. Davian was overjoyed at her successful return. The stone safely returned to the Molokov family, and he learned that Robin is now a seeker. And he very adamantly explained to her these different trial or challenging sites. One at Yester Hill, Perez, the windmill. Robin wondered if the land or the Seeker's quest had anything to do with the ghosts that Arvidsson hold, or Tarhak. And Davian said that the ghosts, followers of a former challenger to Strahd, came much after the connection with the Seeker of the Ladies Three. And that Tarhak was an ancient evil giant that used to fight Strahd in the past before he was struck down by him. And he was sealed away in the mountains, some place called the Amber Temple. Robin, kind of knowing the connection kind of Anne has a little bit with her growing of size, she kind of pushed Evian about more answers to it, that there might be a way to turn back the hands of the clock, per se, to Anne's ailment. Evian took some pressuring to tell us, but that it would be possible to remove the effect that this either spirit or power that Anne has been infused with, but we would have to go to the Amber Temple and defeat an aspect of this five-headed destroyer. The temple itself really sparked Victor's interest. He thinks that it houses an opportunity to garner power from this sealed being. Or at least he could learn something from potential magic scrolls or books, whatever they kept at the temple. Putting that aside, Davian thanked us and gifted Robin his flask, which seems to have healing properties to ones who drink from it. We then transitioned the conversation to one of a highly debatable, or dinner with Strahd. Rukhanov was shocked at how it came about, and a wild discussion appeared on how or if we should accomplish it. More of the thought, aim small, miss small. We took the evening to discuss, and after a good night's rest, we woke to Anne being, well, she's freaking huge now. Oh, 9 feet tall, at least a solid 280. And she's outgrown literally her prosthetics, which we would have to find some way to do that if we want to make the travel in the next day or two. As the time, Robin did a tarot reading for Taylor, this clown figure. Wayne doing some smooth talking with Arunia, and they're learning how to teach her how to shoot. They spent the morning going over the basics of gun safety. Here in
And-
breakfast, Robin talked to Davian, and we were able to learn more about these animals, these spirits. I guess you could say that the seeker must collect blood from. The Order of the Feather sees the ancient bird as an ally, mostly because it either taunts or fights the giants of the mountains across from its rock on Mount Gagus. But it seems it haunts all of Barovia. Whereas the moose and bear are more likely to be found in the forest or mountain regions of Barovia. And that there is a large fish of some sort that dwells in the lakes north of Valakai. Avian imparted to Robin that if we did go to the birds, I guess nesting ground at Malgaius or Gacchus, that there is a spirit of a raven that is tied to the rock that is used as its nesting ground. And we can, or Robin maybe, can get power from it or bargain with it, maybe. We have much to discuss this morning because time is running short.
All right. Hey, that's a lot of plot happened.
Yeah, I
last-
love it when Darby reminds me everything.
Yeah, like holy shit, that was a lot of plot that happened. All right, take. Would you like DM inspiration or would you like a factspiration?
Do DM's version.
DM inspiration. All right. Anybody want to answer the factspiration question? If you do, roll a d20. Into chat.
Oh, I'm Rough Rider. I don't
You're
know how
rough.
I don't know how I'm Rough Rider, but I'm Rough
What?
Rider.
Okay. Well, Rough Rider. I guess you got it. Where would Taylor Swift drive Rough Rider to go to dinner?
So I don't know if you guys have these in your areas, but Taylor's favorite restaurant would be like the Medieval Times
Oh yeah.
slash like Dixie Stampede in like Branson.
It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, they really love spectacles and joy, and the food would be second to the entertainment.
But familiar in an alien world. So yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Good answer. You may ask the same question of any NPC you've met during the campaign. That
Okay.
Remy has met during the campaign. That yeah.
Man. Let's go with Davian.
Davian. That's an easy one. He's pretty frugal. He's got a big family. I think you guys know where this is going. Olive Garden. Because when you hear your family and they're all birds, unlimited breadsticks, baby.
God dang it.
Will the salad keep the breadsticks coming?
God dang it. Ugh.
Thank you for the easiest factspiration question I've had to answer in a while. Oh man. All right. So, with all that sorted out, we are down. Yeah. So we are down a player tonight. So no Robin. Just 1990s internet modem noises coming out of her mouth when she talks. So that's gonna be a whole thing. Tried to call in and get them fired so that they could, just keep playing D&D, but
Yeah,
just didn't
it
work
took
out.
me 30 seconds to have ChatGPT write that. I
Yeah,
really,
yeah.
the
It's
fact
alright.
he didn't use it.
All right.
You know, if you'd said nothing, I would be like, damn, Remy is just like growing as a writer. I'm so impressed. This is awesome. But no, you're like, nah.
I am growing as a writer by leveraging
No.
my resources.
Exactly. Singularity. All right. It is 9:30 in the morning, and you got a long way to walk. So what are you guys getting up to?
Mm,
Did I disconnect everybody? Like, what the
Okay.
fuck, guys?
And you're. I think you.
Okay.
Why'd you guys get smaller?
It wasn't us.
You. Hmm. Taylor doesn't say. They look
I
like they
mean, you
want to
can
say
look at the
something.
bed.
And big, and
Yes, Anne is very large now. Your prosthetics,
Yeah.
that is nothing to worry about. We will simply ask these people to loan us a cart. We've done enough for them, risked our lives over and over. Our allies have died for them. If we ask for a cart, and even if they have nothing to pull it, we'll pull it ourselves. And then you can ride in the cart, and you'll not slow us down. Says Victor.
She'll okay. She'll look at Victor and then look towards the rest of the group and says,
You looking at Victor's 9 strength right now? That's what
Yeah.
you looking at?
yeah. I'll look up, then I'll not say anything to him, and then look towards the rest of the group and say, we'll get a cart. Let's see if they have any tools. I need to fix this leg.
Okay. So asking around, they have tools, obviously. Enough tools that could be combined together to be like tinkering tools. But it is going to take time. It's not in this instance a lack of materials, but if you're willing to put in a few hours to try to bulk up the leg, you could certainly do that. The hand, the arm, that would take even more time on top of that.
Yeah, right now I'm not worried about the arm. It's mainly the leg. I don't want to be.
You don't want to ride in a cart.
No, not
Okay.
being pulled by a bunch of people.
I know
Hmm.
you are all in a hurry. Could you tinker it with it in the cart?
We gotta
Maybe we
run.
could save everyone time.
well, let's make sure that Davian has a cart that he can borrow. I'll go speak with him.
Oh yeah, he would say.
Taylor,
Yeah, he would say. Without you and your efforts, my family's lands would go to rot. You've returned the stone and saved my family, and dealt a mighty blow to our ancient enemy, the Faithless. Of course, you may use a cart. But I will tell you that the animals, they were killed during the fighting. They had kept one alive, but apparently the stables collapsed on top of it. The others they butchered for meat. But you do have a strapping young man here. Looks like he could pull the cart no problem.
And if you're dead set on going on your own steam, I don't know how this would work pain-wise or logistically, but you could. You're tall enough now that maybe you could have one leg on the cart, kneeling, kind of pull yourself along if we get a long enough dowel or something.
I'll work on it on the cart. Let's get going.
Ooh, honestly, you seen those crutches now? That's like a fucking like skateboard for your leg.
Yeah,
Like you like kneel in it or whatever. Like
Yep.
you could probably do that with like a wheelbarrow or something, like a smaller cart.
Yeah, but I'm gonna work on it on our way while we're going.
Okay, in that case, then you want to just ride in the cart while you work on it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Anything else you need or want from these people? You already have one cart, right? Like your cart's still good, Rough Rider.
Yeah, Rough Rider was out in the field
Okay,
for the
along
fight
with
at the vineyard.
Vanilla, right? Vanilla's still
Yeah.
there? Okay.
And obviously, we would have brought that in after the fight.
Alright. So they basically are just gonna give you another common cart. And this one, I guess Parpul will pull it. Do you guys want a particular name for this one? I was
The
thinking
Ann Van.
Oh, the Ann Van's pretty good. I was gonna do the Par Pulls, but
Ooh. Dang, yours is better, and I thought I did real good.
no, they're both pretty good.
I think the par
alright.
pool is better long term.
Okay, all right. So the Par Pulls it is. Let's see. I'll get that set up for you guys.
Once we get a stagecoach, then it's gonna be more
Alright.
van like.
And that's really all there is to it. So let me give you guys permissions for it.
I know we were talking about cutting through the forest to try and save time, but if we're exposing ourselves to more hostiles as we're going that way, it seems like it's 6 1/2 dozen the other.
Ugh.
If we can stay to the road, that may be easier for Vanilla and Parpul to keep a reasonable pace, and maybe we don't take so many shots across the bow. Just a thought.
Mhm.
We don't know what the state of Valakai is either. By the
All right.
time we get to Valakai,
We'll
it
settle
could-
this quickly with a vote.
Well, I don't want to just. I want to talk about it.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Talk it out.
Because I mean, if we take the road,
Mm-hmm.
we're not making it in time, right? Like guaranteed.
It's
Well, what you would need to do,
debatable.
you can. We're playing with 10 stack exhaustion before you die. Every hour past 8 hours of travel is a DC 10 con save, and then each hour it goes up by 1. So you could technically travel forever without sleeping until you get there, and just keep trying to make con saves until you make it or die. I thought about it this week. I was like, they could definitely make it. 10-point exhaustion system makes it possible. You'd be rolling up to dinner like the most fatigued and battered and broken physically you've maybe been in your lives since you left Death House. But I mean,
True, we might make it, but would we really push Dunbar through that many checks?
well, I'm assuming he would ride in the cart the whole time and just sleep in the cart and stuff. Like, why would we?
Yeah, that's the
yeah.
beauty of him being
Yeah,
Or
beetle.
Victor?
Victor could make it. He's got a great constitution.
I mean, could we? Okay. So you
Also,
guys-
another possibility is when we get to Valakai, we go to the washerwoman, and
I'm not
I don't know who suggested it the other day, but the other session, but they rightly pointed out she is a Strahd stan, and we can maybe convince her to borrow her coach.
could
It's
could
just-
we? You guys really want to go, and you need to go quick. Could people sleep in the cart? Is that something you could do?
Oh, like in shifts, like
Yep.
the people that are really starting to wear out, kind of thing.
Yep.
Yeah, that could work.
Well, if you have 2 carts, then just take turns. And then you could take the roads. I guess that just must have been a great suggestion.
Well,
Yeah,
No,
everybody
it's just-
everybody feels like they're
rolling
thinking
it over.
real. Well, yeah. That's why I was throwing out the poll, is because I know that you guys are under a lot of pressure right now, and like every decision feels extremely heavy. So sometimes sometimes just having the pole and just being like, and just ripping the band-aid off and moving forward, right? Like, you don't want to stare at the choose your own adventure book page forever, right? You want to, you have to choose the page number eventually.
So there's two choices that or two different sets of choices we're trying to make, whether we're going to push, how we're going to push, and then whether we're taking the road or going to the woods. If we push and do the roads, then there's a chance we can might have less encounters, but we might be more tired on the way there, and maybe there's a way we can work around the exhaustion. If we do the woods, we might be less exhausted, but there's a higher chance of us getting more encounters.
Look, I mean, we need to be realistic. One bad encounter, and it's all kaput.
Mm-hmm. But also, being on the roads mean also more encounters.
Yes,
More
but
chances
we're
for
on there
encounters.
longer.
Yeah, but we're rolling. It's DC 18 as opposed to a 15. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know the
track record.
I don't know the
think there's much of a
statistics there.
difference.
I don't know the statistics there, but yeah, you do have a higher chance of getting random encounters in the forest. Also, the encounters on the road, you're gonna find, start to believe, are the easiest encounters of all the encounter tables.
Mm-hmm. Make my vote.
How many? If we take, would you be willing to tell us how many encounters it would be? If we go the woods, like how many rolls
how many
it would
checks?
be? Yeah, how
Yeah.
many checks?
Keep in mind too that the roads are meant for travel. So if you get a bad survival check in the woods, you could get lost.
Yeah, I think it's got to be the roads.
Yeah, it has to be the roads.
Also, the roads lead us to Valakai to pick up Blinsky, and my character doesn't know who Blinsky is, but you're taking him to see Strahd. You could probably get him to fix Anna for free. I'm just saying. We're hooking him up big time.
No, we're not gonna have the time for that, but we can go that way. I'm for roads and pushing.
Okay, roads and pushing. Okay.
I'm for roads. I'm not so for pushing. I don't know how everyone's constitutions are. I mean, Wayne's fair to Midland, but
well,
I'm just thinking like overall, what would be best.
Why don't you go 10 hours? That's 2 checks. See how everyone's doing after those 2 checks.
That seems reasonable.
Okay. All right. I'll go ahead and get you guys moving out. We'll assume that with getting the cart set up, packing up, last minute stuff, that'll put you right at 10. Alright, and then we'll go 10 hours. Alright, let me see. We pre-rolled all this on Prep Stream, so let me go to that for you. Okay. Alright, it's 35 miles from Winery to Valakai. You guys are leaving on the morning of the 30th. Oh, okay. My bad. I gotta advance the clock. Boop. There we go. And then it says... Alright, here we go. So...
Question to the group. Crash, I apologize because you asked if there was any other business. Do we feel that it'd be worth picking more Molotov cocktails, or does everyone feel that those were more trouble than they were worth?
If you feel like you want to ask them, go ahead and ask them. I don't see why not.
I'm for it, like getting another 4 or possibly more if there's like the time, but I don't know how everybody else felt. I felt it could be a useful tool. We do have the alchemist fire, but it's more controlled, but not
the most they could possibly offer you is 3. I rolled to determine this. Again, wine is not flammable, so the alcohol the alcohol you're taking is like their alcohol for other things or personal use. So yeah, so they could do 3 more, and that'll be it.
I think we should leave them their alcohol.
All right.
Times are hard.
No Molotovs.
We do have the alchemist fire, so
that's why I wanted to ask the group. So no Molotovs.
All right, let's see. Grab you guys and take you over to your encounter.
Oh no!
All right, so 6 hours in,
Was that
you're running.
do I need to roll a check for my leg, or would it be okay by then? Enough to work?
Yeah, give me a tinkering tools check at like we'll say hour 1, and we'll see how things are going.
But
Right.
she's doing that one-handed, though, right?
I mean, yeah, unless anybody's helping her.
All right. So this would be in check, but I am proficient. So
I could help in the sense. Well, Wayne could help in the sense that he saw how things worked, but I
Do
don't
you
know
have
if you ruled out the
proficiency in
event.
Do you have proficiency in tinkering tools?
Not at all.
All right, then you cannot provide assistance.
All right.
All right.
let me hold on. Let me.
I am going to impose disadvantage because you're doing it one-armed in the back of a cart.
Okay, 1 second. Tinker's tools.
This is also going to be an intelligence-based tinkering tools because you're trying to figure out how
Okay.
to modify something.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me see. Do I have any inspiration? No, I don't. Okay. So this will be a straight. This will be a regular disadvantage. So here's Tinker's
Okay.
tools. 15.
Okay. 15 is good. Good enough. It's not great and it's not gonna last, but if you needed to walk around on it for a short period of time, you could.
Okay.
Okay. But it is certainly not functional. Like you're not gonna be able to, run. Anything that involves running or moving fast is gonna be a disadvantage. Yeah, it's the best you could do with what you had, but it's just painfully too small in like every way at this point.
Okay.
All right. So 6 hours into traveling, let me grab a road. I keep meaning to add more roads, but then I find other stuff I want to prep more. Here we go. So as you guys are heading down the road with your 2 carts and all your people and all of that good stuff, and your giant Ann, who barely fits in the cart now that I'm looking at it, you can hear the sounds of some rowdy people up ahead. And I'll actually need to confirm where this would take place in the world. Hold on.
Oh god, it's at the Berserker Bros.
I mean, they're on the table, so it could be the Berserker Bros. But there's 11 of them, so I'd hope it's not the Berserker Bros. Let's see. Oh, turn off the roads. Go here. Alright. So this would be probably near the Raven River Crossroads. Ish. Yeah, that sounds good. It's also a beautiful map, so I'll take you guys there instead. So, hold on. Yeah, sure. Time could be a little wibbly wobbly for this, that's fine. Okay. There's just so many maps when you're like traveling in a sandbox. It's a lot.
I know what you mean, man.
Yeah. I think about your efforts with Icewind Dale, and I'm like, Jesus. That's a lot. Okay. Turn off the bright, turn on the dim. That should work. Okay. And you guys are coming from the south. So I'll just put you down here. All right. Is everybody able to see?
Yes.
All right. And there are 11 villagers. So let me throw those guys out.
Is
Is there
Melbourne on the map?
If he is not, you could just drag him out.
Also, is this supposed to be this blue light over here?
A blue light? No. Don't know what the blue lights are from. Let me zoom in. Hold on.
The light elemental.
Oh God.
Oh no.
Oh no. Yeah. Okay. I think I was.
Maybe it won't be so hangry with us because it's had a light lunch.
Okay. There are 11 villagers.
Hmm.
Oh,
11.
What's wrong?
11 berserker bros and 11 villagers. Hmm.
No, I didn't say 11 berserker bros. I said 11 villagers.
Mhm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we'll add some kids just to complicate things. Okay. All right. What do you do?
Are we at the crossroads?
Yes, you are at a crossroads.
It's just 11 villagers, just walking down the road while we're
Yeah.
walking down the road.
Mm-hmm. They seem to be coming from the direction of Valakai.
Oh, so we're gonna walk right past them.
Yeah, you guys are gonna intercept the thing. Alright, well, I'll start moving them. Okay.
How's the wind blowing? Like, can Dunbar get like a scent off
How's
them?
the wind blowing? Yeah, just a sec.
I mean, you don't have to get that technical. Just like I don't know if he could might be able to smell whether or not like this is something magically disguised zombies or something. I don't know.
It is a light wind. It is blowing from the north to south, so it's blowing towards you.
Okay.
Today's high is 49 degrees Fahrenheit and the low is 36 degrees Fahrenheit.
Taylor is gonna start doing cartwheels towards them.
Okay. The people look concerned, and many of them begin to draw weapons like daggers and clubs and things like that. The children kind of hide behind the adults.
Taylor will pull out a white handkerchief and wave it in the air.
Okay.
While doing
Wayne
cartwheels.
Wayne will turn to Dunbar and ask him what he smells. Do they smell okay, boy?
He lets out one Bjork of "It's okay, boss."
All right. Wayne's gonna sort of trot up with Dunbar and sort of falling behind Taylor and just sort of call out, "It's okay. We're travelers on the road too. We don't mean anybody any harm."
Okay.
Where are you all going?
This woman right here, she looks at you guys suspiciously, and she says, "We're getting out of town. We're taking our chances with the road and heading to Kresik. The mayor, the baron, the burgomaster, whatever you want to call him, he's lost his mind, and we refuse to live and suffer through another one of his festivals." And they all make a sort of like, kind of like sad grumbles from behind her. They look like they don't have much. Like they really, I guess they got it into their heads that this is a good idea, and they headed out. They have not made it very far, considering the time of day.
And the Baron just let you guys leave?
She says, "Well, I bribed the Western Gate Guards to let us go. I told them that we had some last-minute trading to do with the Vistani, south and west of camp."
He's still planning on having his festival?
Yeah, this guy back here is like, "Aye, he is. And it's, I got an ill feeling about the whole event. That's why when I heard these folk talking, I knew it was now or never. I had to get out of there. Had to get away from it all. Where are you all lot coming from? South, huh? You running wine for the winery? And they all look thirstily towards the carts.
No wine. Sorry.
This woman says, I don't suppose you'll be heading to Cresigoso. We could travel together. 60 in numbers and all that.
Saturday we're destined past Valakai.
She says, past Valakai. Oh, there's nothing left there. The valley of Barovia is pretty much a no man's land now. What with the death of the Burgomaster?
The
What?
Burgomaster of Barovia has passed?
Yes. Had you not heard?
It's gonna look at
Yeah, Victor kind of grabs for her as she starts to like kind of stumble. And she says, a real messy affair? Apparently he was eaten by a vampire. They say it was loose in the village or something. I
Any
don't
word
know.
on who
I heard
took
all.
over?
I heard it all secondhand when I was making some exchanges with some Vistani. That I used to work the fishing village along the north side of the lake. Real tragic. Real tragic. Turns out the Vistana girl went missing, and one of our own fisher folks was apparently to blame. Girl died. Got thrown in the lake. Man who did it, Bluto, was haunted something fierce the days following. Ended up taking his own life. When they found him, he seemed he had choked on something. They cut him open, he was full of teeth. At that point, I said, fuck it. And when I heard these lot were heading to Kresik, I said, can't get much worse, can it?
Did you hear who took over for the Burgomaster?
No. Just that he died, and apparently his kids, his children, are traveling abroad. I imagine the place is just anarchy now, just no man's land, like I said.
Let's see.
Well, sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but we got to get going. We already had a late start trying to negotiate past the guards. And we had to swing by the Vistani to make it look good. Bribe them a bit so that if anyone asked, they at least tell them we came there and headed back.
That's smart. Be safe.
This guy says, Oi, strangers, be safe. May the Morning Lord keep you in the light.
It may keep you all as well. Do you think we'll have time to swing by the church, maybe pick up some holy water before we leave?
Well, let's get to Valakai first. We'll have a few stops to do quickly.
Yeah.
Looking back, How is Arena?
Yeah, so Irenia is absolutely silent and just sort of staring around, like confused, just sort of watching the people leave. Like she wanted to ask them more information, but she just couldn't really bear the thought of what they had said.
Yeah.
Also, here's some lovely scenery that is part of this map. Ah, so beautiful.
And it's gonna kind of direct Irina to go sit down on the cart.
He says, "And what if it was Doru? What if it was Anastasia? What if what Wayne said is true? What if I got my father killed by running my mouth?"
Those are a lot of what ifs, and don't know what exactly happened. This is just some rumors that they heard. So we're on our way there. We'll see when we get there. Thinking about it right now, it's not going to do anything.
They seemed pretty sure. They knew that Ismark and I were gone.
Well, there was a big showing when you guys arrived in Valakai, so. And if I remember correctly, Eastmark was supposed to go and get your father and then come to Valakai. So
Yeah,
we'll see. We'll see when we get there.
but what if something happened to him?
And what if nothing?
To both of them.
What if nothing happened to them? Exactly. So let's get going and find out.
Okay. Okay.
Go ahead, go sit down on the cart.
No, I would rather walk for a bit.
Okay.
All right. You guys continue your walk?
Yeah.
All right. So, as you continue, let's say another hour goes by, another hour goes by, the sun sets, and you have reached your 8 hours of travel. Valakai is close. Ish. Let's see. According to when I mapped this out for you guys, it was a total of 14 checks. So really, as cool as that encounter was, it probably would have happened later in the day, like around sunset now. And those people would have likely set up camp in sight of the crossroads, I'm thinking. The question is, do you guys do that, or do you continue the remaining 6 hours to Valakai? Because you're only 6 hours away from town when the sun sets.
That'll be 6 Constitution checks.
That would be 6 checks. The first one would be a 10, then an 11, 12, and so on and so forth.
And when we rest, we have to rest for 8 hours, right?
To gain the benefits of resting, to reset your travel and your exhaustion timers, yeah, you have to do 6 hours of like sleep and then 2 hours of rest, which is why it's 8 hours total.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's push till we think we need to stop. That's
Okay.
kind of what we discussed.
All right. So, the first hour, I will need everyone to give me Constitution saving throws DC 10. I will roll for your 3 NPCs and Robin. Right.
Great.
Oof, everybody getting real sleepy. Oh man, Rough Rider doing
Why
great,
am
though.
I Rough Rider? I don't know.
Yeah, deselect it.
I was selecting my mini.
But you probably have Rough Rider
Oh
selected
wait,
as well.
I'm not Rough Rider. Crash is Rough Rider.
Yeah, I tried to grab Parple. I'll take a 13 for Parple. That's fine. And then we got to roll for Irenia. Did Irenia not get rolled? All right, hold on. Okay. So let me move all these guys in one place where I can. There we go. I don't need these cards, so move those over here. These two are living their own lives for now. Okay. So that's, and I needed to roll for her. Okay. So let's see. You guys did rest at a sanctuary, so everyone would have well rested, unless you no, because you did like the 3 days to get fully rested up, right? So everybody should have well rested. So if you failed, what?
So we didn't, because we had exhaustion on our way back, and we only did one rest. And I know you told us there that if you had exhaustion,
We had time.
yeah, we didn't do 3 rests when we came back. We did 3 rests
Okay.
after the first fight.
Oh, okay. In that case, yeah. So it looks like Jason, Wayne, and Anne.
Well,
You guys.
not everybody had exhaustion though, so some people did get well rested.
Okay, well, I'm gonna leave it to you guys to know whether you had it. Or
I didn't
not,
have well rested. I know that.
All right, so.
So I have exhaustion now.
All right, so it's you 3 have exhaustion. Okay, I think I have a shortcut for it. There you go. Okay. At the end of that hour, there is an encounter. Something adorable flies down from on high towards your party. Quick Draw McGraw, who always wins initiative, Wayne, do you shoot this adorable bat wearing a necklace and carrying a letter?
No, he would have snapped up his rifle and sighted in as best he could in a low light situation, but I feel like the glint of the jewelry would have, caught his attention and be like, wait, no, this is something else.
So as it flies overhead, it lets go, and the letter falls towards the earth as it goes and flies away. Does anybody try to catch the letter, or do you just let it fall?
How close are we to it?
It drops it like right on your guys' heads, yeah. All right, yeah, Taylor, give me a sleight of hand. Okay, yeah, so you go to grab it, and you kind of like do the thing where you grab it too eagerly, and then it's kind of like goes back in the air again, and then, it kind of works with your whole stick that it's like trying to catch a bar of soap, even though it's made of paper, and you finally like kind of snatch the letter, but not very cool.
Here's my performance check to make it look intentional.
Okay, yeah. So in a hilarious slapstick move, you just can't seem to catch it until you finally do. All right, it has the wax seal of Castle Ravenloft on it.
I'll hand it to the closest person to me.
Who is that?
I don't know. Let's let's roll a D4. 1 Jason, 2 Wayne, 3 Ann. Jason. I hand it to Jason.
What's this? A letter?
Taylor nods at you. And she shoves the seal in your face to make it look ominous.
3 guesses on what it contains, and I think I already know.
So that's what the ominous seal looks like.
Did the bat stay?
Oh no, it flew off.
Oh, well, all right. See what it is then.
Okay.
I'll break the seal and unroll it.
All right. Inside, is a rolled up piece of parchment. It is of high quality. You imagine that this is like what you would get from a fancy paper shop in like a upscale downtown area, like a artisan's district kind of thing. It seems to have very spooky gothic letterhead going on, and the penmanship is like very severe, like very tall and long letters that are tight and kind of scroll out in sharp jags across the page. I will show it to you guys and make you the owners of it. All right, because his handwriting is so terrible, I have transcribed the letter for you. Here you go. I hope my letter finds you all alive and in good health. I confess a certain degree of embarrassment, for I invited you to my home for dinner with little regard to your physical and magical travel capacities. As compensation for my short-sighted action, I have arranged for a coach to take you from the eastern gates of Valakai to my castle. The driver and the horses are tireless servants and will ensure your timely arrival. I look forward to our time together, as I would like to learn much about you and the mysterious world many of you hail from. Strahd von Zarvich.
Our dinner invitation. Well, he set up transportation for us from Valakai. I hold it up for whoever else wants to read it.
Wayne will take it from Jason, and he'll look over the missive.
Mm-hmm.
At least he's being a considerate host.
All right.
Now that we know we've got this advantage, do we want to just call it quits for tonight? Check it up again in the morning? Not about you guys, but I'm beat. I don't know if I could go much further without, falling asleep on my feet.
Parpel looks to Anne to see what Anne wants. Victor looks at Irenia, who is just a mess. Looks at you, Wayne, who is it's very obvious that you're getting worn out, and he says, well, if he says that they're tireless, then that sort of implies they will be able to get us there in time. So I am all right with setting up camp.
Yeah, and we'll step off, go grab the tents and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. So you guys are going to set up camp. All right.
Answers that.
Okay. All right. Let me check your encounters for this evening.
Keep in mind that, I guess because we're not long resting, we're just camping, we don't lose any of this exhaustion, right?
Correct. Yep.
Okay.
Exhaustion only goes away from long rest. You can only long rest at a sanctuary.
Okay.
Would you guys like to do the camping minigame?
Yeah, sure. I'll get a chance to get inspiration.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Who is going to be the lookout?
I can do the lookout.
All right, Jason's on lookout. All right, I need everybody to set up the camp. Which means, and I've been too generous with this apparently, rereading it recently. Each PC must make a Strength, Int, Wisdom, Survival check. It's always a survival check, but you can swap out Strength, Intelligence, Wisdom based on I'm moving big rocks, and so on and so forth. So, each of you has to make it. That will set the DC. You are camping along a for this world traveled road, so the DC is pretty low to set up a good camp. And you have good weather today, which is unusual. All right, I need yeah, I'll roll for.
Can I bullshit using dexterity instead of strength or wisdom? Like
Alas,
trying...
these are the 3 that the great sage Giffy has given us. We
All
must
right.
we must abide. We must abide.
All
Dexterity gets too much love already.
All right.
All
about
right. All right. So let's see. Survival. We're gonna do a survival strength. Oops. Man, I'll just add the strength manually. Oh man, crushing it, Robin. All right, you guys all. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I just need one from Jason. All right, fantastic. You all succeeded. The DC of all camping activities is only a 5. So Jason, go ahead and give me an intelligence, another survival check. This was intelligence based as you set up the perimeter. This will affect your other checks later on. All right, beautiful. And then let's see, camping activities. The other 4 can all perform camping activities. This can help with the recuperation of hit dice, the generation of inspiration, or the repairing of items, things like that. Or if you are doing any crafting, you can make 2 rolls to advance your crafting progress. All right. I'm looking at what Robin's got. I feel like Robin might try to do a performance, maybe give someone else a tarot reading. So we won't do the tarot reading, but I'll go ahead and roll the check. All right, so the DC is only 5, so she succeeds. And in doing so, because she did a performance, she can give one of you guys inspiration. So which you guys wants it?
So who would Robin give it to?
I don't know.
She already gave Taylor a reading.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe she'd give you one, Anne, because your life's a bit crazy right now. Would you accept such a thing?
Sure, from Robin, yeah.
Okay. All right. So you gain a point of inspiration.
Okay.
Anne, what is your camp activity?
I guess I don't know. Would repairing an item count towards getting my leg so that maybe if we do have an encounter, I don't have difficult moving just for that one encounter?
Yeah, exactly. Yep. So
Okay.
go ahead and give me another intelligence tinkering tools.
Okay. Tinkering tools. Ugh.
Oof. All right. The DC was only a 5. So basically, this will give you. We'll go ahead and say this will guarantee no issues with the leg in your next combat encounter.
Okay.
Okay. So 1 combat encounter worth of sturdiness, but it's a tentative thing. It's a tentative thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Taylor, what do you do with your camp activity?
Taylor would like to put on a performance of juggling and acrobatics.
Okay. Go ahead and give him that DC 5 performance check. All right, yeah. Who are you wowing and zowing with that performance check?
I will go with Wayne.
All right, Wayne, you gain an inspiration.
Cool. Thank you.
All right, Wayne, what do you do with your camp activity?
Wayne's initial instinct is to play the lute, but he's concerned that, given being out in the middle of nowhere, we don't know what it's out here, that's just going to attract trouble with
Mhm.
noise. So instead, he is going to try his hand at cooking a decent meal for everyone.
Okay. All right. So, cooking food. Okay. Since you don't have cook's tools, you would do
Nope.
a wisdom survival.
Okay.
Only a DC 5. Everything's just perfect tonight. It's a great campsite, nice weather. Okay. You make all right food. Are you trying to create rations, stretch rations, or cook a hot meal?
I'm
A
trying to cook a hot meal.
hot meal would give everybody 1 hit die. So if anybody was missing any hit dice, they could get back 1 hit dice from that.
I don't think mechanically it makes sense, but I feel like
Mm.
a hot meal is what you need when you've just been told your dad may have been
Oh,
murdered.
fair enough. So we'll say that you cooked a hot meal, but mechanically, since I don't think anybody needs the benefits of that, why don't we do?
I mean, I could use it.
You need hit dice? Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
got
Okay, cool.
all right, sweet.
All right, let me see
All right.
here. Take away these rations.
During the camping, since she heard about her dad, Irenia has said nothing to anyone. This continues well into the night hours and the building of camp, the eating of food. All right, Jason, you are on watch. So, if you could give me a wisdom perception check. This will be modified by your earlier check. Okay. And then the rest of you, you are sleeping. So, you would just go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw, DC 5.
If it's any,
If you are wearing your armor to bed, you will have disadvantage on this check.
if it means anything, Taylor doesn't sleep.
Oh, okay. Do you pretend to sleep?
Yeah, they pretend to sleep.
Okay, all right. Give me a performance for pretending to sleep and a Constitution saving throw. Okay. So the DC was a 5, so you still succeeded, all of you. Let's see. Insights. All of you realize, especially Jason, that Taylor doesn't seem to actually sleep. If anything, she seems to be sort of like meditating. I'm assuming you lay down to sleep in the whole deal, but
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
trying
yeah.
their best to make it look like people stuff.
yeah, but it just doesn't seem natural to the rest of you. It seems like when a little kid is like, like showing you how a person sleeps, they're like, their hands are like in a prayer and their ears on their hands, and then they're making the honk shoes. Like it's
Turns out Taylor's meditating hums or honk shoes.
I mean, is it any weirder than Anne?
No.
At this point,
No.
yeah, I don't know. Is it any weirder than Robin's eye? I don't
Nope.
even know
Nope.
anymore, right?
Nope.
So it's up to you guys how you feel about it, but it does come across to you guys that
I guess
you're starting to notice.
I feel like
Yeah.
Anne will think like, hey, that's kind of weird. Maybe she's not sleeping, but maybe that's just how she sleeps and then doesn't think about it anymore.
All right, fair enough. During the night, nothing happens.
A successful sleep is a hit die, right?
Yes. Successful sleep is you get another hit die back.
Okay. I'm at maxed.
Okay. And this also is a hybrid short rest, so if you did need hit points back, you could regain those hit points by spending hit dice. but you would not actually gain any hit points just for sleeping. This is just to recharge your exhausto meter, trapple meter kind of deal.
Sleep meter.
Sleep meter. There you go. All right. And then because you went 1 extra hour, it's only 5 hours to town. You guys break camp and you're on the road by 5 a.m. So, by 10 a.m., you would be at the gates of the town of Valakai if that's what you want.
It's 10 a.m. Thursday.
Yep.
Before
We
we
ha-
approach the gate, we should probably have Victor as
Yeah.
himself in some way.
Okay.
I prefer not to get arrested when we first show up.
Smart.
I can help. Taylor's gonna go through all of her clown stuff and her makeup stuff and fashion a disguise for Victor.
Okay. All right. So we will get the check when we need it the most. Okay. Aw, does it not show on the Square Minis the
Oh, it's because
sunglasses?
it's the circle.
It's sort of there.
Yeah.
Oh, but I'm telling it to do an overlay. See?
Oh, there it goes. We're there.
Yeah, but
Does
I want it
overlays
to
not
be
work
big.
anymore?
I don't know. Let's see. Nope.
Oh, it looks like that mod
Dang.
messes up overlays.
Boo. Boo. It's not the end of the world though.
Yeah.
Okay. So Victor will be disguised, and we'll check with Taylor's skill as needed for that. And then any other preparations before you approach the town?
I think so. Not for me.
Okay.
Do we
This-
want to have a game plan when we go in?
Well, you're going to the western gate. Your ride is waiting for you at the eastern gate.
We're gonna go to the inn and let them know that we did what we were supposed to do, get paid.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
Go to
I'm gonna
Blinsky,
check
get
in with Leo at least.
check in with Leo. Go to Blinsky, get the rifle.
There is one
Okay.
additional stop that I would be interested in doing while we're at Valakai.
Hmm?
We should stop in and speak with Von Silly. He's been to the castle before. He might be able to tell us what we could expect.
Okay. All right. Let me
That
get
makes
some.
sense. Do we? Wayne's got this look on his face, and he's gonna bring up the whole holy water thing again, and ask if he thinks we've got time to go and get some. Look, I'm not trying to piss off our host. It's just
I think
that
you have
report is-
time. We all don't have to go to the same place while we're in Valakai.
all right.
Okay. So let's see. Trying to find. Here we go. Okay. So you get to the gates. The guards at the gate, they seem to be keyed up. Very, very angry, very angsty, very upset. As they see you guys approaching, they say, you hear one of them say, "Oh, there they are! There they are!" And the other one says, "No, that ain't them. That ain't them." And then they kind of look at each other nervously. And the one shouts, "Hey, you! What business you have coming from the west?"
News from the winery.
Oh, the winery. Okay. What news dost thou bring? And unrelated, did you happen to see about 10 or so folk on the road?
People travel the roads.
Yeah, people travel the roads. Did you see 10 or so folk headed west? Perhaps you ran into them at the crossroads.
Why would people be traveling the roads? They're not safe. That's why everyone stays in Valakai.
They kind of look at each other, and then the other one just shrugs and says, I guess I didn't make it. And then the other guard says, it's a shame. It's not our problem, though. I guess. Alright, so what news from the winery? You got wine there for the celebration tomorrow night?
No.
Oh. So is the winery shut down? What? And the other one says, wait, weren't you the ones... I know. There was a tall lady. Maybe not that tall. No. Maybe. Did you get taller?
Maybe you got shorter.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, these are the folk working for the... working for the burgomaster. They was with that, Beastmark, Eastmark guy from, Valakai came through. Remember, he was real rowdy. The guy's, kind of exchanging, looks through their visors and says, well, alright, just behave yourselves, give your report, Izzik or the Baron, whichever you like. Both are in a real upset mood, real stressed about this upcoming, festival. All will be well. Don't forget, all will be well.
All will be well. What seems to have them in tizzy?
Oh, they're just so nervous. There's apparently some misgivings amongst the populace, and there's some rabble-rousers that have already been rounded up. And the other guy says, if you ask me, I think the Lady WotC has something to do with it. That Wachter family, they never been seeing eye to eye with the Baron. I think that they're paying people to get rowdy and upset. The other guard says, well, it's not our job to figure that sort of thing out. We guard the gates. And the other guard nods at the sage wisdom, and they open the gates for you. Alright. As you guys head on inside, you guys said you each had something different you wanted to accomplish. Alright. So, Jason, what are you doing?
I think first thing when we get there, I would head to the
Oh, today is
Blue water wind?
moderate winds, a little bit of rain. Not too bad. You're gonna go to the inn?
Blue Water
Okay.
Inn and see if I can locate Leo.
Alright. So Robin would definitely want to go with you to the inn. Anne, where are you going?
I feel like the first place she would actually go to is the inn as well to finish the job.
All right, Wayne, are you going to finish the job, or are you going to head to?
Wayne's gonna get enough gems or coins or whatever to get Chris's rifle on a hawk.
Okay. So you're going to Blinsky's?
Yeah.
Okay. I think Anne was planning to go to Blinsky's also.
Yeah. If he's already going to Blinsky's, then
Wayne.
Okay.
If Anne wants to go to Blinsky's, Wayne will say, fine, I'm going to head to the church and talk to the priest.
Mm-hmm.
And just come and find me there, and then we'll go to Blinsky's together.
All right. We should try to, not spend all the gems.
Now, Taylor, when you try to get in, these two guards kind of get in your way a little bit, and the one says, "Hey, what do we got here? Eh? What's going on with this mask?"
I'm a performer.
she's with
The
us.
other one says, "Performer."
Wayne's going to use this opportunity to start to strike up a tune.
Yeah, Taylor will start juggling
Okay.
and do like a little performance to show that they're not full of shit, and then they'll bow their head and say, "I'm Taylor the Swift."
All right, go ahead and give me a performance check. You have advantage because Wayne is providing some background tempo. All right, the advantage is good. So as you are performing, they begin to like clap their hands, and they kind of like bob left and right with the beat. And then when you finish your trick, they yell excitedly, "Huzzah!" And then they let you in without any further provocation.
Awesome. And having seen Wayne play the lyre, they'll go with Wayne. I
Okay.
don't think they've been in Valakai for hundreds of years.
Okay. So we're gonna head over to Anne, Robin, and Jason heading to the inn. Okay. Hold on a sec. Oh boy, it's so crowded in there. I'm just gonna grab the background art real quick. Nah, just bring everybody over here. Let me remove anybody that might break your hearts if you were to see them. Alright, let's see. Okay. Alright, I think that's good. I think that'll work. Alright, pause this. Alright. So if you're not there, you're not there. If you can't see it all, drag out a miniature. If you don't like your miniature, delete it, drag out a different miniature. Alright. So, Jason, as you walk in, Leo walks up and he just gives you a huge hug and slaps you hard on the back, and you can tell that he is so fucking relieved that you're still alive. And you hear him kind of quiet crying a little bit. It's like quiet crying. And he says, I'm glad you made it, man.
Yeah, it took an extra day or two, but see, we're back.
Yeah, I'd see. Holy shit. So I guess as Anne like stoops underneath the door frame to come into the inn, he like staggers back and like knocks over a chair.
Yeah,
And then
she's had a growth spurt.
Yeah, a big growth spurt. You hear a twang from the music as Rictavio sees her, and there's sort of a gasp from everyone, and everyone gets real quiet. I feel like at this point Robin would say something like, now, there's nothing to see.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Like she said. Anne, give me intimidation.
Right. Is this a charisma intimidation?
Because they are specifically afraid of your size, I will allow a strength for this one.
Okay. I kind of hope maybe it would be good to fail this. I don't know.
Okay. Everyone gets real quiet. Rictavio looks down at you and starts playing the music again. All right. Leo says, yeah, it's been pretty crazy. A lot of angry mobs, anti-establishment, anti-Baron, a couple of protests that got broken up. Apparently that Isekai guy, he just like burned a man alive while he held him down. It's pretty bad. The people are real riled up, but they're also scared. So I don't know. I guess it's good you got back in town, because I feel like, I don't know. I feel like we need to get the hell out of here. or we need to figure out what's going on before that festival, because it feels like a powder kick is gonna go off.
Gotcha. Well, we do have plans on leaving. We have a dinner party. Figured you'd come along.
A
It's at the
dinner
castle.
party at the castle.
Yeah, that castle.
Yeah.
The castle of good guys that you found by the
Oh.
winery.
No, not that one. But,
The castle south of here that's got all the undead paladins in it.
no, not that one either.
It sounds like you're talking about the castle.
Yeah, the castle.
I see.
We have a guest we're bringing with us, too. The Tinkerer here in town.
The crazy dude that looks like Jack Black?
Yeah, him. Supposedly he's, close with, Strahd.
How is he close with Strahd? The guy's, what, maybe like in his late 30s. People around town say this Dark Lord hasn't been seen in public for 40 years. On that note, how did you get invited? Did a fucking bat fly by and drop an envelope on your head or something? Like Harry Potter?
Yeah, that did happen.
Yeah, that did happen.
I hate this place.
Well, I think it'd be better than sticking around here.
Oh, gosh. Alright.
I guess Jason would take him over and we sit at a table and he'll
Yeah.
let us know what's happened and
Did Irenia come with us to the inn?
If they're going to the church, I think Irene would actually go to the church because
Okay.
she likes the idea of the holy water and just I don't know.
So then
Yeah.
I would ask ask Leo to tell me what news he has about Barovia, if there's anything he heard about.
Oh yeah, when you say that, he gets like a real sad look on his face and he says, it only just started going around town, but yeah, apparently our buddy, Burgomaster, he got taken out. They say he was completely drained of blood.
who they hear it from? Did people from Barovia come in? From the village?
No, they just heard it.
You haven't seen its mark around?
No, he left.
You're supposed to go get his father and come back.
Yeah, I don't see him. Leaving his father behind if something
Mhm.
bad happened.
There are two guys that come in here quite a bit. There's these two scouts, there's two wolf hunters they call themselves, and they're pretty tough dudes. And they make bank apparently, slaying monsters and navigating the wilderness or whatever. They're the ones that came back with the news. So I don't know who they heard it from. Maybe they ran into some Vistani out on the road. I don't know for sure, but the two of them will pretty much spread gossip like wildfire if you buy them drinks. Which that man in the corner love paying for information. I don't buy the drunk act at all. If I didn't know any better, I'd say that guy's like a CIA agent or something. But you know, there's no CIA, but I think it's all an act. And this is from me hanging out with my man Rick up there, just trying to like get as much of a feel on this town as possible.
Mm. Well, we should probably let you know what happened at the winery, and also let Danica know.
Oh yeah, I mean at this point, Danica would definitely be sashaying over to your table, and she would say, You've been gone a long time. I was starting to worry. Is everything okay with my husband's family?
Yeah, that's why we got held up. Erwin's father had a task he wanted us to do after we got to the vineyard.
So
They,
they were all right. So why wasn't the wine being
not
sent?
completely. No.
They were in a bit of trouble when we got there, but we were able to help drive off what was damaging the vineyard.
Are you able to tell me what it was, or?
Maybe for a more private location.
I see. All right. What else do you? So they're safe, but you want to speak in private? She motions for her husband, and Erwin comes over.
The wine might
And
not start flowing any soon.
She
It's gonna take some
whispers to
time.
him, and then he holds up a hand. He says, Brom, you're in charge. And then he leads you guys into the back room. And Brom says, alright everyone, you heard of my father. This is my establishment now. So, I'm going to need no more rowdy times, no more cuss words. I do not want to hear any filthy language. Also, I have petition I need you to sign before Mother gets back that says I am allowed to shop at Vinsky's toys again. Please, if you do not sign, I will kick you out. He starts moving table to table with his petition.
That is a kid with a mission. I love it.
Alright, so in the back room, which I have a scene for, but, I mean, do we really... No, do I have a scene for it? No, I don't actually have a scene for it. Okay. I have the back of the building and the front of the building. Alright, with the door closed, the music gets quieter. Immersion. Okay. And then they say, alright, tell us everything.
When we got to the vineyard, your family had been almost driven off from the vineyard by a group of barbarians and druids.
The faithless.
Father had... Yes. Your father was taken captured, but we were able to fight and take back the vineyard. There were some casualties of horses.
Casualties.
Mostly the horses,
Was-
and I believe your younger brother, Elvir, he passed in
Damn
the
it.
struggle.
Damn it! They were... Do you know why they were there?
Stones.
Yes, your stones of power that are buried in the vineyard, they were there for it.
Danica raises an eyebrow and says, Stones of power? And Erwin says, I did not tell you because knowing of them is a danger. I don't want you to think I was hiding anything from you, my love, but it is, as you have seen now, very dangerous. Relics of ancient power. But there are already some missing, right?
They
At
took
least
the winter.
one.
Yes. Your father pretty much knows where they are. Retrieving them is a bit of a bother.
Unfortunately, he doesn't know where they all are. There is one that went missing early on, a long time ago. This is part of why my father and I do not see eye to eye.
I guess I side-eyed And? Because it was my understanding that we knew where each of them were.
Yeah, I think there were 3. We know the Faithless had the Winter.
Mm-hmm.
Then the other one, that was by that hag.
The Witch of Barovia, or Baziaga, or something like that.
Yeah, they don't. There's no need to speak her name. Brings ill tidings.
Alright,
So my father
Scarecrow,
found
right?
the location of the 3rd stone.
Yes, he suspects it's at the bone mill.
Ah. Well then, perhaps. Hmm. Interesting. I wonder how he came to know this. He is very well connected, though. I suppose it was only a matter of time before he discovered. He
Hammer?
accused me of selling the stones to secure the money to start this inn.
Maybe
That-
Muriel learned of it and passed it on to him?
I see. Danica says, perhaps this will soften his heart a bit if he knows the truth that you never stole or sold this stone. I understood that he had accused you of taking some heirloom to fund our life together, but I did not realize it was so important and had such power behind it. And he says, it is nothing. He's an old fool and a racist to boot.
He's still your father, and he
Yes.
seemed grateful that you thought of him and sent us.
I find that hard to believe, but
He had a hard time
Glad that-
expressing it.
so these 3 stones are missing, and then you said you did something else for him. You retrieved one of these stones.
Yeah, the Winter.
We did. Down at Yester Hill.
That is an incredible act of courage and heroism. Some of you are not here, I assume.
Yes,
Did
we
not
lost
make it.
2 in the task.
Oh, the morning Lord, merciful. So much death. Elvier and your friends.
It seems just as much death has happened here while we've been gone.
You speak of the burgomaster of the village of Barovia?
Him, and I heard about a burning in town.
Yes. Yes. An angry crowd. They were trying to free the people in the stocks in the town square. It got very ugly and very violent. Someone had the courage to stab Isaac through the stomach. That was it for them. I knew when you arrived that some great, terrible changes were coming. But I didn't know the magnitude of them until now.
Is your
I am-
family planning on participating in the summer festival?
We intend to close down the tavern and have a stand near the town square. But with the wine supplies running thin, we will just be providing watered down wine and refreshments, all paid for generously by the Baron. And once the event is over, it ends at sunset, we will be returning to open the doors for any rabble-rousers or those that need a place to sleep for the night. As the last inn and tavern in town, we have an obligation to the people.
you sure it's wise to service the people when you don't... an uprising or worse could happen? Wouldn't it be
This-
smarter to lay low for that day?
Danica looks at him meaningfully, as if they've had this conversation.
We've heard of your family's circumstances. Does that extend to Brahm?
Oh, he narrows his eyes, and he says, "That's old feathered. Though I suppose if you fought side by side with Elvir, their true nature had been revealed to you."
Yeah.
Yes, my children are of the feather as well. This is my wife. Though she was not born into the blessing, I gave it to her, much to my father's dismay. And Danica says, I am a Vistana by birth. Though I grew tired of travel when I knew that travel would take me from the man I had fallen in love with. I left my tribe and I have not looked back. Though losing my Vistani family only to inherit one that did not want me has hurt. But together we have built a family of our own. And in a way, the people of the city, they are our family as well. I have counseled that perhaps we should lay low for the festival, but... Erwin says, but it is our obligation to bring what joy we can to these people. They have already taken the Baron's money. I will see it through. Now,
It's
your
your
pride.
family to lead. We are planning on not staying long for the festival. We'll be departing soon.
Where will you be departing to, Kresik? You may find it difficult. They have barred their gates and guard their walls with guns.
He looks at Jason.
We're heading southeast.
Back to
Heard
Barovia
of-
Valley. Check in on your friend, his father.
Yes,
Mhm.
heard of horrible rumors, and it would be good to confirm one way or another.
I see, of course, of course. And staying too long in town, you'll just get wrapped up in so many different events. You must keep your head down, your eyes forward, and keep moving. I know we agreed upon a smaller sum, but after hearing everything you've done, and with the money I was paid to aid with the festival, I can offer you this. And he gives you guys 100 gold. But sadly, it's 200 Electra pieces. Because that's the primary currency of Barovia.
You were too generous.
You did more than you had to. And I will never forget that.
Well,
If you need
I
a
do-
place to stay tonight, it is on the house.
Thank you. What's over there? I believe we will take you up on that. Well,
Alright.
we shouldn't take up any more of your time.
Yes, yes, that
Who
boy
knows
is
what
probably...
Brahm is
Yeah,
up to.
yes, alright. So he rushes out. Danica looks at all of you and says, we are very grateful for what you have done. Thank you. It is hard to find good people So, I guess we were lucky this time. Thank you. You hear some shouting outside, and he says, I told you no cockfighting! It's unethical! You some little monster! All of you! Who let him do this? And you hear tables being flipped over, and a lot of shouting, you hear, Papa!
He's a little were-raven doing cockfighting. Come on.
Leo says, so just to confirm, though, like, Wayne and Arena, they're okay?
Yes,
So
they're okay.
Yeah,
They're
we
at
lost.
the, they went over to the church to get some more supplies.
Gotcha,
Yeah,
gotcha.
we lost Henry and Ez.
What? Henry?
Yeah.
This was sudden. He didn't suffer.
The camera cuts to him being eaten alive by a giant tree spider.
It was like two
And then-
shots.
And then Leo says, that's good. That's good. I guess. No, it's good. I didn't... Alright, this is gonna be a terrible question. What about his gun?
Yeah, we got it.
Yes, it was rescued.
Oh
Wayne
my
wasn't
God.
gonna let it go away, but he's been teaching Arena how to shoot it.
Okay, okay. Wait, so Ez, the super sexy, like, stepped out of Van Helsing the movie lady, she's dead?
Yeah, it turns out she's not very good at climbing.
Are you fucking serious? That's
No.
like,
It happened.
that's like meeting an Avenger, and then the Avenger, like, falls down some fucking stairs, breaks their neck. Like, I don't know, hope? What'd you bet this lady? She seems so confident. Did you go and get her special wagon full of loot or whatever?
Yeah, we did run into someone else on the way back.
Uh-huh.
A very peculiar clown.
A clown.
Yeah, like
Oh
from
my
the circus.
How scary are we talking? Like it's scary, or clown
Harley-
in
Harley Quinn.
space?
Yeah,
oh,
more
oh,
Harley Quinn.
oh,
Yeah.
like, kind of hot. Like,
It's up to your taste, Leo, I think.
I mean, Harley Quinn's pretty hot.
A little too skinny for me.
Okay.
You know, athletic body, very short. Wears a mask all the time. I don't know what she looks like underneath.
Ooh, probably a burn victim. Maybe her face got ripped off by a werewolf. Oh man. All right. And we're not talking about all of this. Any motions at Anne?
It's
What?
it is what it is.
Okay. Okay. All right, I got a theory. All right, and do you feel bloated? Like, cause there was the cloud thingy, right? The red mist. Maybe the mist is inside you and it's inflating your body.
And it's gonna try to make sure she avoids eye contact because she knows she does, you know. And then she's gonna say, while not looking at him, apparently some ancient giant was giving me power.
An ancient giant. Oh my god, this place is ridiculous. Alright. Well, apparently not too ridiculous. This guy up here, he's basically from some kind of like Game of Thrones world or something. Like real grimdark shit. But apparently they at least have a son over there.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, real sweet guy. Alright, well, what's the play now? We're gonna go, quote unquote, to the village of Barovia to check in the shadow of the castle. When do you need to be there? When are we leaving? What's the...
Friday evening is when the dinner is.
Okay.
But tomorrow morning we should have transportation showing up over at the eastern gate. We'll take that, a nice, comfortable ride over.
I see. Okay. Alright, so we just lay low till tomorrow morning. Head outside, there'll be a carriage or something. A giant bat zeppelin? I don't know.
No idea.
And then we just...
Don't know.
Ooh, okay. Are they gonna be able to fit all of us? I mean,
Probably.
Anne's like 5 people now. Parple was basically 2.
I guess we'll find out tomorrow. The rest of today, Wayne and them are getting supplies at the church. Then they're heading over to Bowinski's place. I plan on having a conversation with Ben Silly if you want to come along.
Oh. Yeah, okay. A lot of people know that guy around town. His name comes up a lot, but not always in a good way.
Well, he's been to the shadow of the castle before, so figured he can give us some tips.
Alright. Well. And as you guys are continuing to discuss what is happening, we will head over to the church. Let me give this a scrub real quick. Boop, boop, boop. So Wayne, it was you, Irenia, and Taylor. All right. All right. So when you guys head over there, let's see, Church of Barovia. Let's see. There we go. No, that's the wrong church. That one burned down. Church of Valakai. My bad. There we go.
Yeah, this is much nicer.
Yeah.
This guy.
Yeah, so as you enter, Father Lucian looks over at you, and he looks right into the fucking windows of your soul, right into your fucking eyeballs, Wayne, and he says, you, please help me, as he, comes rushing towards you. What do you do?
Hold on. What do you need help with?
I need your discretion above all else, please.
Okay, I can do that. What's going on?
Oh, what's going on? There's been when last you came here, things were still good, but now, not so much. How best to tell you this? Oh, who is your friend? He turns and looks at Taylor.
Taylor does a very animated, like, who, me?
Yeah, yes, you.
I'm just a friend of Wayne's.
Okay.
You can call me Taylor.
I see. You're a friend of Wayne Larson. All right. This. You might wonder, how is it that Valakai is able to stay safe from the many dark horrors of the world, eh? Has it been explained to you? Did I explain to you?
You have not, but I get the feeling that you're going to tell me now.
Well, this is the church of St. Andrew, who was a powerful servant of the Morning Lord. When they died, their bones were interred beneath the church. So great was the devotion to the light and the Morning Lord that they have provided ever since sanctuary, hallowed grounds to the town. That has changed. The bones have been stolen. That means that the town is no longer protected from evil.
Who stole them?
I don't know for sure, and I feel terrible, but I have misgivings that my acolytes, who I am training in the ways of the church and the Morning Lord, Milovaj, has gone missing around the same time that the bones did. I fear worse.
Is Milovaj close with anyone?
Yes, he works at the orphanage. In the evenings. It is the orphanage where he grew. Well, he didn't grow up, but he was in his late teens when the orphanage was founded, and he helped round up the other orphans and bring them there. They're under the care of headmistress Claudia Velasco, and there is a woman, young and pretty, who works for Claudia, named Theodora, that well, Milovan fell in love with. And the two of them are sweethearts and hope to be wed someday.
Is she still over there?
I would assume.
Are
I
you
have
in?
not made too many inquiries myself because I am worried about the town's morale already being so frayed and everything being so tense. I do not want to add the terror of knowing that the magic that protects them has been stolen. Even now, I can feel dark and evil things prowling the night. Their bones went missing on Tuesday. That was 2 days ago. Could be anywhere now, though it is unlikely that they were easily destroyed. I fear for the safety of these people if the bones are not reclaimed. I fear for all of us. Can you help me, Wayne? Larson, please.
I can try, but I don't know how effective we're going to be right now. We have business that takes us out of the city. I don't know for how long.
Surely this business could wait. This is calling of the Morning Lord.
It
Please.
cannot.
There is something more pressing than the safety of all these people.
If you want my help, then I have to be alive to help you. We have been summoned by the Dark Lord.
His
I don't know if
his eyes narrow and he takes a step back.
For dinner, either as guests or as dinner. I don't know. But I know a surefire way to end up as dinner is to ignore the invitation.
Then you will not help me.
I didn't say that. I'm trying to temper your expectations.
I see.
I want to help you. I really do. But I already know what the rest of my traveling companions are going to say. Swain, you're just finding something else to get dragged into. We've got other business. And this is important. I'm not saying it isn't. But I don't know how effective I can be with just a few hours here in town with other errands to run.
Errands. I do not ask you to get me milk and eggs from the market.
No, you asked me for the protection of the city, and that's a great task.
A task that I thought, when I first met you, you might be the sort of man who could do that.
I can't say 100%. I'll fix it. I'll try. That's what I can promise you. But we came here perhaps for a little bit of time to pray to the Morning Lord, and also I need holy water, and I need how to kill a vampire, a low-level one. Something's not as strong as the Dark Lord's harem, but something that would roam around stalking prey.
Which direction is the orphanage?
Father Lucian says, it is very close, only a few blocks east of here.
Taylor's gonna start heading there.
Oh, shit, okay. Right. So, Irenia kind of watches you go, and she just sort of stands listlessly, watching Wayne. Wayne, you could feel, I don't know. You just feel her eyes heavy on you during this exchange. Father Lucian says, there is a power called radiance. It is normally provided by the sun or divine magic, often provided by those who walk in the light. That is the weakness of any vampire. Holy water distills this energy. When used against the undead, it can simulate it with a burning blue fire. There are other methods, more crude. Holding a vampire under moving water. But it must be water naturally moving, like a stream or a river. Simply generating it yourself would not have the same effect. It has something to do with the power of the land and nature, the natural order of things. If you can find the resting place of a vampire and somehow sneak up on them, you can try hammering a wooden stake into their heart, which will pin them to their resting place. Some think that a wooden stake used as a weapon is enough, but it only is effective when they are in their designated place of rest. Only the weakest vampires cannot shift into mist. But while hammered through the heart with a wooden stake, that ability is shut down. Silvered weapons and magical weapons are needed to truly harm a vampire. They generally shrug off most other types of weapons. Fire can be very effective against them, but only the power of radiance will shut down their natural regenerative properties.
Does acid do anything?
It would burn them, same as anything else made of flesh.
But they would regenerate afterwards.
Yes, and quite rapidly. They can climb the walls like spiders, even walking on ceilings. The stronger can fly, and the stronger still can assume the forms of animals, and even mist itself. One of their preferred methods of attack is to grab prey and then feed upon them. In doing so, they become stronger and the prey weaker. Most of the vampires in Barovia were heroes like yourself, who challenged Strahd. Those that impressed him, he turned into vampires. It is for that reason you must be very careful, for there is no such thing as a simple vampire in Barovia. Each has all the skills and abilities and talents that they had in life, enhanced by their undead powers. Oh, I got ahead of myself. If you can find them in their resting place, stake them through the heart so that they cannot move, while in such a way, if you can chop off their head, that will kill them.
I was going to ask you about that. There's,
Strangely
Please.
enough, chopping off their head normally doesn't do the trick. Only if their heart has been staked.
Thank you for clarifying. Is there other information that you feel would be useful in dealing with vampires? I appreciate you taking the time.
Alas, that is the extent of my knowledge and studies.
If I could impose upon you, we need holy water.
I feel that we will need holy water as well, for there is no telling what will come for us when the dark forces begin to understand that the town is defenseless. The guards mean well enough, but you have met them. Do you think they could truly protect us from what lurks outside the city's walls?
I feel with the right leadership, much is capable, but by themselves, I take your point. Father, I don't ask out of any sense of greed or self-preservation. I ask out of a need to put a wrong right. I don't want all of your holy water. I just want some, enough to take care of a vampire that has...
I can provide you with
Hurt
a
someone.
single vial. If you time it well, you could use it to finish off a vampire you are facing. But
Thank you.
if you truly intend to accept this invitation, it would be ill-advised to bring such a thing into Castle Ravenloft.
Noted.
It might be construed by your host as being very rude. Similar to being found with poison in your pocket at the Baron's lunch.
I take your meaning.
I will grab that vial for you. And
Thank you.
he sadly starts heading towards his supply cabinet. While that's going on, Taylor, you're heading over to the orphanage.
Yeah.
Okay. By yourself?
Yeah, I don't have anyone else with me.
Hype. Alright, hold on. Mm-mm. Alright, hold on. Mm-mm. Let's see. Some official Valakai St. Andrew's Orphanage music going. Or maybe this is just ambience. Yeah, alright, that works. Alright. So as you arrive, you see a brick building that looks either relatively new or relatively refurbished, though it looks like they ran out of funding when it came to plastering up the exterior. You hear the sounds of chillins running and playing in the light rain, enjoying what it passes for a decent day in Barovia. As you approach, a stern but beautiful young lady approaches you. And let's see. She says, "Oh, hold on there. What are you doing there with the mask? Hmm?
I'm just a humble performer.
I see, performer. You must be in town for the festival tomorrow."
Yes, I like to make people smile. I'm coming from the church.
Oh,
I'm just...
is this about Milovaj? Or is this about the missing children and the murder? And as she says that, you hear the, you hear this? And then the camera pans over to this boarded up second story window.
I'm here about the young priest, the understudy.
Milovaj?
I guess he went missing on Tuesday.
Yes. He never came home. I haven't seen him since. Well, I don't know what happened to him. He was acting very strange in the days leading up to his disappearance, that's for sure. And I know that the deaths of the children have been weighing heavy on him. We haven't been able to find anyone to help.
How was he acting strange?
Well, he said that he weren't no kind of man what lets children die on his watch, and he couldn't be any sort of husband to me with the state of things, that he needed to find a way to pull himself up from his bootstraps, to make himself a right and proper man who could, provide. And he kept talking about finding money to get us our own place, and that maybe he didn't want to pursue his studies with Father Lucian anymore, and that, well, that he was tired of the children's cries and nightmares and his own. He was looking very pale and sick, and oh, it's just been such a terrible time. I'm sorry. If you seek smiles, you won't find him here.
I'd like to look into this. So he said he needed money. Did he make any mention of how he was gonna get it?
Well, he already has 3 jobs. He lives and works here at the orphanage. He studies with Father Lucian, and he helps dig graves for Dietz, the coffin maker.
Okay. Did he start having any other like weird encounters with anybody that you know? Did he start saying anything unusual besides
Well,
needing money?
you have to understand, he's been very sick. He's up all night with the children. They just have the worst nightmares. And many of them are sick and exhausted. And in his own way, he seems to be suffering just as the children suffer. It all started with the first death. Then there were some disappearances. It's all just a terrible mess. And then, I suppose, if anything strange, he mentioned there was a woman, dressed in mourner's garb, that it really got his ire up, because she was laughing during the sermon. And he confronted her about it, and she just laughed at him. And he went to raise a fist to her, and Father Lucian, admonished him something fierce. I remember, because he was so cross about it when he got home. And then his temper with the children, I just set him to cleaning while I took care of stories in bedtime myself.
Okay. Do you know where that person's been staying?
Not at all. I assume if they are a stranger, then at the inn, and if they're able to afford mourner's garb, then they're likely some noble or such, north end of town.
And where could I meet this gravedigger?
Oh, he's normally at his coffin shop. It's located south of the marketplace, a few blocks south, so as not to be in plain sight all the time. But these are hard times, and their services are always in need.
And is there anything else unusual that you know of?
Well, yes, I think our orphanage is haunted.
It's haunted? How so?
Well, we had a child. They fell out that window right there. They didn't die when they hit the ground. No, they got shredded by the glass. They were dangling by their intestines. When we found them, the screams as they die, swinging and swaying, they'll haunt me for the rest of my life. And then 3 children went missing right afterwards. Claudia at first thought perhaps the children were involved in the death, that maybe they were roughhousing and there was an accident. They felt so bad they ran away, but now we don't even know for sure. But ever since, the children, they just don't sleep at night. They just cry out. Many of them are sick, like they have a blood poisoning or something. The skin pale and yellow, their eyes sunken.
And there weren't any other clues as to how the kid fell?
Well, I mean, we asked around the children, but none would speak of what had happened.
Were there any of the children's witnesses? The ones that wouldn't speak?
Well, the
Were they
three
up
that
there?
the 3 that went missing, we
Oh,
assume were with him.
Okay. Alright. Well, I'll
We
go
don't-
ask around.
I don't
must-
know if you're an entertainer or something more, but if you are, I don't have much money, but if you could help me in any way at all, I'll try to fairly compensate you as best I can.
That's very nice, but I'm not in it for the money. I'll get back to you.
The boy who died, his name was Cedric.
Cedric. Okay. Thank you for
And the-
asking.
The three children that went missing it was Theodore, Milo, and Myrtle. He'd always tease that we had the same name, but different. Just a sweet boy. Always trying to sneak seconds and thirds for dinner. Some of the kids called him Little Piggy, but we didn't allow that kind of bullying.
Good. I'll try and get back to you with what I find.
Thank you. Alright. So, back to the group of the Blue Water Inn. And Leo says, so yeah, we just lay low, don't get involved in anything else. We just head out in the morning. Agreed?
That's the plan.
That's
That would be ideal.
That's a good plan. All right. Well, I'm gonna head up to bed. That's my part. I'm doing my part. What? It's only
It's
11 o'clock. That's all right. See you in the morning. And he rushes up the stairs with his cat.
Once Wayne gets here, we're gonna head to Blinsky's.
Oh
Okay.
no, he's gotten attached to the cat.
All right. Wayne, do you return to the Blue Water Inn to meet with your allies to then go to Blinsky's? I will add one holy water to your sheet.
Okay. In an attempt to try and show Lucian that he's believes them, he will ask about if Milovash has like quarters at the church, in which case one would like to search through them, or whether they're over at
No, he informs you that he shares a room with his sweetheart over at the orphanage.
Okay. In that case, Wayne will take Arinia and Dunbar, and will go after Taylor.
Okay, so Taylor is very, very fast. So I would assume that you would roll up on the orphanage as Taylor was rolling out of the orphanage. Okay, so you guys gonna run into each other?
You find anything useful over at the orphanage?
Just some leads. I don't know, Wayne. I know you're worried about dinner, but the whole city sounds like it's in danger.
It does. I'm trying to wrap my head around it. I know what the group's gonna say, but if I could find something substantial, maybe some leads. I don't know.
Well,
But let's.
I've got two leads.
Okay.
He worked with the coffin maker. And he had an altercation with this noble-ish outsider.
Well, if there's a noblish outsider, it's probably back at the inn.
He was wearing some kind of garb.
Let's search his room. If he keeps a diary or something, maybe there'll be some clues there. But if he stole the bones, it's either something nefarious or he's doing it to, I don't know, make money?
Oh, she did mention he needs money, but he doesn't seem like a bad person.
Well, that's why I'm thinking it's not likely that he's... I don't know, it seems like an awfully long con for someone to get with a priest and then rob him. Especially if you're putting the entire city in danger doing so. Let's check out his room, see what we can find, and then let's go back to the inn.
Okay, so our guys are gonna head back to the orphanage to ask
Yeah.
to see his room. Okay.
Yeah, we're right outside. So I'll
Alright.
introduce Wade.
Okay. So as they're doing that, over at the inn, they're taking forever, Jason and Ann.
What's taking him?
Well, maybe they got held up at the church, or maybe he went straight to Blinsky's.
Not Victor says, oh, so we should go to Blinsky's then. This is my disguised voice.
And you want to head there first?
Yeah, might as well.
All right, show the way. I've never been there before.
Robin goes up to to Erwin Martikov and crew and says, if our friends come looking for us, can you tell them that we went to Blinsky's? Brahm looks longingly at Robin when she says going to Blinsky's. She shakes her head at him in a big, in a subtle no. Don't even try.
We should probably talk to that story guy at some point and tell him about the winery. Next time.
All right, so you guys are gonna head over to Blinsky's. All right, let's try to get that real quick. Let's see. Fade this out. Okay. All right, so you head on over to Blinsky's. Blinsky's is actually very busy. There are people lined out into the street, and you can see that there are some signs that say "Party Poppers," pop, 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 pop. And then there are like crude but bright colored drawings of triangles that are firing squiggles and confetti and stuff out of them. And then it says special festival sale prices. And so all the people are kind of murmuring outside the door. I'm not changing the scene for this one. There's just murmuring outside the door. They seem excited about getting some party poppers and the festival that is happening tomorrow.
Okay.
When they see how big you are, a lot of them cry out and shuffle away from you. It makes you feel very good. You get some dopamine.
Mhm.
One of them whispers and says, I didn't know Izzy had a sister. And the other one says, shh, quiet, be quiet.
So we'll see. I wasn't here for the session where the deal was made. So if anybody can fill me in on what was the deal that was made.
Jason's only heard it secondhand, and that it was
I mean,
25 gold.
Anne was there when the deal was made, right?
Yeah. I think you left the gun as like collateral for 25 gold in services.
Yeah.
So it's only 25 gold to get the rifle back. Yep.
And there wasn't any kind of set payment, but Wayne gave Blinsky a couple of spent rounds and a couple of
to see if you could figure out how to produce them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. We just got 200 electrum. So I mean,
So I have to
I guess
ask, do you guys wait in line, or do you like shove your way to the front?
hmm,
Oh, but we don't got time to wait. We'll just push our way in.
Oh damn. Okay. So people in the line, they want to say something, but Anne is so big, and Robin's eye is so fucking gross. And Parple's pretty big, and Jason, you just look like you don't have time for anybody's bullshit. So the crowd kind of like moves away, and you hear an angry monkey, shaking its fist at you guys for disrupting the business. He points to a sign and he taps it, and it says orderly line. The monkey seems unafraid. The man next to the monkey is looking at all of you with a look of surprise and wonder on his face. And he says, "You are bigger! How did you get so big?" I'm sorry, everyone. These are very good friends of mine. They are adventurers who are going on a magical journey, and they're trying to find me a magic dolly so that I can learn how to make magic dollies to come to life. If you could just give us 10 minutes, 10-minute break. Go on. Look around. We will continue to sell in 10 minutes. The people will kind of grumble, but start to look at the weird shit. They don't want any of the weird shit. They want these normal party poppers. That's what they want. He looks to all of you and says, "Well, you have come back. There do not seem to be everyone. Where is my friend Wayne Larson? Did he die?"
I think so.
You
We
don't
came,
think so?
we came here with him, and he was supposed to meet me here.
Oh, did he get lost?
Maybe.
Where is the redhead that I make the dollies of? Did she die?
Oh, she's with Wayne.
Oh, are they boyfriend and girlfriend?
I don't think so.
Oh, well, why are you here? Do you think you'll need your leg fixed, yeah? Now that you're a big girl.
Yeah, and also to settle up.
Well, I am making the buku bucks right now. Lots and lots of sales for these party poppers. The powder that was inside the bullets, it can make things go poop, poop, poop. So I made these party poppers.
Hmm.
Everyone seems very excited about it. So what I'm saying is, until the crowd dies down, I kind of have to make this money. But then afterwards, I can work on your leg and your hand.
We also have an invitation for you.
Oh, for a birthday party?
Dinner
I don't know if
party.
it's a birthday party, but it is a dinner.
Oh, you're inviting me to dinner? Okay. What time? Where? I never get invited to dinner. I'm very happy. Can Piccolo come too?
Um, you mean your monkey?
Oh, yes. I traded for it from that man Richard.
I don't think that'll be a problem if he comes. It's
Oh.
tomorrow night. We're gonna have to travel to go there. Your good
But
friend,
tomorrow night
the
is the festival. You don't want to miss it. There's going to be dancing and singing. There's going to be a big fire. They're going to light a big sun on fire. It's going to be beautiful.
yes, but your good friend Strahd.
Oh,
to see the host.
What?
Strahd Zorovich invited me to dinner?
And you're going to take me there? And he
Yes.
narrows his eyes and says,
He's heard of you.
Insight check. Alright, I need a persuasion or a deception.
Both of us are not the best at this, so
This is Robin's job. Robin,
There you go. there's
wake
my
up.
persuasion.
Totem
Oh
sounds.
wow.
Oh my god. Alright, so Jason, with your natural 1 persuasion, he says, I see. You heard that I am friends with Mr. Rodzarovich, that he is big fan of my work,
J-
but now you're teasing me.
J-
You're trying to make me
Jason.
look like stupid.
Jason, do you
Ah,
still
yes,
have the
boss.
letter?
It's very rude. Very rude. I'm sorry. I will still help you, giant girl, but I need you to leave because my feelings have been hurt very badly.
I gave it to Wayne. I think he still has it.
Go on, please.
I would have given it back if he'd
My
asked. I would've
my
kept it.
heart, my
okay.
heart. He thought
if
you
you're
guys
giving
were
it
going
back,
together. He thought you guys were going together.
I'll pull it out and I'll hand it to him.
Okay, so you do have it. You didn't like leave it with Wayne, thinking that Wayne was going to be here, and then Wayne ran off into something else, leaving you high and dry without the letter. Because that's what it sounds like is what happened. But now you're saying that you do have the letter.
I don't have the letter on my sheet.
Okay. All right. So as you fish around, you realize you do have the letter, and you show it to him. And he says, investigation.
Hmm. Oh.
He does not say anything about Blinsky being invited. He just says that you will have special way to get there, which sounds very exciting.
Wayne asked for you to get invited, and he said yes.
What? Wayne Larson looking out for me? I can see all the magic dolls that live there. Oh, oh, this is so exciting. I am sorry, I thought you were a liar. You just come across as kind of a phony. I am sad to miss the festival, though. I will have to sell as many things as I can tonight. Then Piccolo and I will have to pack our overnight bag. Oh, it's so exciting. Do you think it would be weird to bring my Strahd von Zarovich body pillow?
It's up to you to decide.
Yes, bring whatever artifacts you would like to bring with you to make you comfortable.
I should bring some toys. There might be some children in the castle that need something to play with. After all, Mr. von Zarovich has many wives. That means lots of kids, eh?
Maybe.
Toys for girls, toys for boys, and all in between. We bring them fun and we bring them joy. It's like he says on all the toys. He's no fun, he's no Blinsky. Alright. I think the time is up. Thank you. Where should I meet you tomorrow?
Eastgate.
Eastgate. And, why don't you come by at like 8 p.m.? We work on leg and arm.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, but don't get any bigger before then, okay?
Yeah.
Alright, so do you guys leave?
I'm gonna.
I mean, if we
But-
haven't seen Wayne,
Yeah, if we haven't seen Wayne.
I'll
Yeah.
move on to the next task.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the next task?
Finding Vansoi's house.
Okay, okay. All right, so you guys head out. So back at the
Before we leave, though, I'll tell Blinsky to tell if Wayne shows up. Tell him we've already talked. We've already been here.
Okay. Oh, did you give him the 25 and get the rifle back?
Yeah, I had the 50. It'll be 50 Electrum. You'll be getting.
Okay. All right, sweet. All right, so back at the orphanage. All right. Theodora approaches you two and sorry, you three, four if we count Dunbar, and she says, "Oh no, that's a beautiful dog. You're already back. Who's your friends?"
This is Wayne, Lars, and Irene.
They
I
give each
was-
other the secret redhead nod that only redheads have.
They're my friends, allies. I was telling them what you told me, and Wayne thought it'd be a good idea to look through the young priest's things.
Oh, you want to go through Milovage's room? All right, I can do that. Let me go and check with Claudia. So she goes and finds Claudia Velasco, and she says, you can see them talking off in the distance. She points to you guys. Claudia scrutinizes you guys from a distance. Eventually she nods, and she seems to take over full watch of the children as they play in the backyard. Theodora leads you inside.
When we see Claudia, does it make that noise? The
Oh,
noise?
the water phone noise? No.
No,
I mean,
okay.
yeah. She's an old lady. What are you talking about?
I mean, you never know
She
Look at
might
that
what
throw
old
away
ladies
the
are up
oven and
to in
clean up.
Barovia. I'm just saying.
Yeah, look at that sweet old lady that runs an orphanage where all the kids are dying and sick. I mean, come on now. All right. Sweet old lady. All right, so you guys are gonna head into the orphanage. Let's see. Switch that to that. Yes. Go here. Paste y'all in. All right. Take you on over to it. All right. She says, well, this is, our room is in the very back here. So she leads to the very back, and they have a very, it's like a quaint room. They got like a full-size bed. They got like they each have their own like trunk for their clothes, stuff like that. Overall though, it's not, it's a bed, essentially a bedroom. Like it does what it needs to do. There's a table in the corner, and there's a rug on the floor, and there's two wardrobes as well. They're only about, I don't know, 2 or 3 feet wide, and then about 6 feet tall, and they seem to be bolted to the walls. And she says, well, feel free to look around. I'll answer any questions that you might have.
Did Milovash keep a diary, journal? Did he
No,
like to sit somewhere in particular and read?
He didn't really have time for that. He did all of his reading, for at least for the church, at the church. The only reading he would do here is reading the kids' stories at bedtime. But again, you're welcome to sort through everything.
Did he keep the children's books here, or is there a more centralized library for the orphanage?
No, we just have books wherever there's room. She kind of leads you out to the common room, and she shows you like there's a bookcase, and they got like the nicer books at the top, out of reach of the toddlers, and then they got like the beat up picture books at the bottom.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, I need a investigation from team detectives.
This is all you. I'm awful at investigation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, mine's not going to be great. Can I describe what I'd be doing? Would that help at all? Or
Yeah, sure, yeah.
so Wayne would be very methodical because he doesn't know necessarily the mindset of Milovash.
Okay.
Like, he was trying to see if he had like certain patterns, like a place that he'd like to sit or be. Because if someone is, you can tell Wayne's audition for some crime drama stuff. If someone has certain patterns, they're going to keep something that's important to them close to those areas they're going to frequent. So, like, a journal might be by favorite chair or something like that. But since there doesn't seem to be, maybe it's a little bit more random. Wayne's going to methodically thumb through all of the books, and he's going to start up at the top because those are going to be the ones that are less
Do
likely
you
to be followed.
explain your process to everyone in the room like a fucking TV detective would, or no?
Yes, he's going to
Oh.
he's going to preface it saying, "Listen, this is very corny,
Okay.
but this is based somewhat in reality. I
As you
auditioned for it."
do that, Theodore says, oh, if you want to know his routine, it's something a bit like this. He gets back from his day of working at the church and keeping the grounds and studying the Morning Lord. On days where there's funerals, he'll be pretty tired from digging graves. And then he'll come home and before he sits down for dinner with everyone, he goes to the backyard to wash up. But before he does that, he empties out his pockets into this bowl over here that one of the children made him. And then he strips down his work clothes and he goes out back and he washes some stuff off. And then he comes back inside and he puts in his some clean clothes. And then he joins us for dinner, usually a bit late. Snarks up the food as quick as he can so that he has time to play with the kids and get them ready for bed. I always likes to help with bedtime. And then depending on whether or not he's got enough energy, we and she starts to blush real hard and she says, spend some time together before both falling asleep. And normally he's up so early in the morning. He helps make the breakfast and then he heads off to the church.
Does he get up before you do, typically?
Typically. I try not to sleep in, but he always wakes before me and then wakes me up.
Okay.
But what happened Tuesday night is that he never came home.
When he left that morning,
Mm.
was it business as usual? Nothing seemed off?
No, he'd been acting strange, like I told you.
Yeah.
Real obsessed with changing his life, changing our life. Even though I told him that I was happy with our life and happy with what we had and the good we were doing in the world. These children have no one, like we didn't have anyone. But now we can give them something that we never had. And then his work with the grave digging, well, people need to take comfort in those passing, and he's a part of that. And then of course studying the ways of the Morning Lord, that could there be a higher calling than that? But he said there's no money in the Morning Lord. He said even Father Lucian sleeps on some wood slats and some hay in the rafters of the church. And I said, but Father Lucian's dedicated his whole self to the Morning Lord. You have me and our life and a cozy bed and a warm fire, plenty of food to eat, friends. What more could you possibly want? And we went round and round about it, but I didn't seem convinced.
This obsession with money, was it all of a sudden, or is it something that's sort of progressively getting more?
No, it's over the past week or so. I'm telling you, ever since Cedric died, he's just been a different man.
Was it Cedric's funeral where that outsider appeared at?
No, that was at the church
No,
during his sermon.
Yeah, it was during an evening sermon. Like sorry, not an evening sermon. And well, I suppose it was. It they have they have they have mass Sunday mornings and Friday nights. So on Friday nights, he was at the mass. And it was last Friday that the woman made him so upset that he felt the need to vent to me about it.
About the needing for money or what?
Oh no, just the way that she was going on and
Okay.
laughing so cruelly at the words of comfort that Father Lucian was given. He got so mad he was going to punch her in front of everyone. Like I said, he hasn't been getting much sleep.
Did he seem ashamed about that at all?
That he almost punched a lady? No, he was still pretty mad at her.
Did he seem like he had any notions to pursue her?
I don't know. It didn't seem like it. But it's just been one thing after another, like I said. The lack of sleep, the nightmares, the deaths, the disappearances. He's overworked, he's exhausted. And I don't know what I could do for him. And now he's gone. I'd say I'd worry that maybe some ghost or vampire or werewolf made up with him, but everybody knows that our town is protected by the blessings of St. Andrew. And I doubt he would have left the town without telling me.
Thank you. That helps.
Okay.
So, Wayne's gonna. Wayne can't make heads or tails of that routine, so he's just gonna go back to methodically searching.
Okay.
So he's look through all the books, fanning them out, seeing if there's a note or something tucked in one of the pages that maybe he didn't want her to find. And he's going to go through the drawers, see if there's like a false bottom, see if there's anything in the back of the drawers.
Sure. All right. Give me an investigation. You can have a advantage because it sounds like you're being extremely thorough. Okay. So, you don't find anything of particular, like, convenience to your investigation. But in his, bowl of empty your pockets, mixed in with a couple of electrum, pieces and copper pieces, are some big old nails. You recognize them as coffin nails. Like from like a cowboy western kind of thing.
Are these the sorts of nails that he uses in his work with the coffee maker?
She says, oh, yeah, he hates how they poke him and prod him when he's not paying attention. Yeah, generally when he's emptying his pockets, he puts those in there because he doesn't want the fabric getting torn when we go to do the wash.
And he always comes home with some nails in his pocket?
He's kind of an absent habit a bit, I think, of just trying to keep them on hand. But, yeah, he does get steady work, through the coffin maker, digging the graves and, helping occasionally with the building of the coffins.
Let's go talk to him when.
Yeah. This is taking time, but yeah. Wayne's gonna take the coffin nails
Okay.
with him, thinking that maybe they'll prove useful, maybe not. But
Okay.
we will thank Theodore for our time and letting him look through their things.
All right. So, as you guys head out back with the other group, you guys are looking for Vasily von Holtz. All right. Do you ask about his whereabouts? Do you try to head over to his place? Like, what is the way that you're trying to reach him?
Probably go to his, locate his home and go there first.
Okay. So he lives in a townhouse on the north end of town. Kind of like near the washerwoman's place and other like small manors and stuff like that. They have some rows of upscale townhouses essentially. All right. On your way there, you see Isaac Strahd, accompanied by 2 guards. And when he sees you guys, he gives you a bro nod, and he starts heading over to you. All right. Let's see. I think Victor, for safety reasons, would have gotten a room and just is locked up in a room. Like, he does not want to get spotted in town, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So these
He
two
can hang out with Wheel.
Yeah, we'll say that these guys are just chilling. All right. So Isaac approaches with the 2 guards, and he says, "I see that you're back in town." And he looks at Anne appreciatively. He says, "You seem to have grown."
Yeah,
And
seems
then he
like
kind
it.
of he flexes his like scaly red like demon arm, as if to kind of be like, me too, I got cool shit. Flex, flex, flex.
It's gonna have to respond. She's gonna also, kind of stand up at her full height.
Oh, okay. All right. Give me an athletics check.
Okay.
As you guys bodybuilder flex on each other. Oh, he only got an 11. Oh, and you feel really good about yourself right now.
Okay.
And he is like, very strong, impressive. I don't suppose you have time for some work. The Baron's son has gone missing. We have not been able to locate him. We're praying for any information about where he may have gone. I am convinced that he ran away from home. And he gives you guys a meaningful look when he says that. But he is convinced that the Walker woman has done something to him. Retaliation for whatever happened to her brat girl.
We don't have the time to
Don't have the
look
time to help the
for...
Baron find his son. Interesting. Where does your business take you then, if I might ask?
We have business at the castle.
Castle Ravenloft.
Yes.
He
But
narrows his eyes at you guys suspiciously.
We're paying a small visit to Von Silly before we depart.
I see. It is like that then. How unfortunate. And then he and the guards walk away.
He's trouble.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, let's get going.
All right. So, at this point, I'm going to speed up time a little bit. So at noon, as you are heading and asking, people for directions and whatnot, you see Von Holtz talking with some people on the street
that would lead down towards his home.
Mansui!
He looks up from his conversation, and he gives you a
Smile and a half wave. He finishes talking to the people he's talking to, and he approaches you guys. His boots make a sort of clack clack sound on the cobblestones, and his blue jeans fit perfectly.
He approaches and says, I see that you're back. It has been a while. What news do you bring? What can I help you with?
For I feel you sought me out for a reason.
Indeed. Though it does gladden us that you look well.
Before
I'm
you
here
say anything
for-
else, might I comment on the obvious?
You may.
Anne? He asks inquiringly. You seem to be under the effects of some magical enlargement. Did you find a item of power or some...
I think some power found me.
I see. That is a dangerous road to travel. There are many dark powers
That dwell in the mist, that are always looking for hosts and champions.
You must be careful not to make such deals lightly,
For it is very easy to lose oneself to power.
The other question I ask is, where is the unfortunate girl whose father has passed?
The Rose of the Valley, Arinia.
Wayne is looking after her at the moment.
He puts his hand over his heart and he says, so she still lives.
Yes. Is
Has she-
news true? We thought it was maybe just a rumor with no confirmation.
Unfortunately, I believe it is true.
Do you know the fate of Ismark? This would have affected him greatly.
He left before the news arrived.
I imagine by now he has reached his home and dealing with the aftermath.
That is a heavy burden.
Not as great as inheriting the responsibilities of his father's position.
Is that fallen upon you?
Upon me? No.
Yes.
I simply state that the death of his father pales in comparison to the need for him to step into his father's role.
Ah, I see.
It is fortuitous timing that he would return when he is needed most. But it is a tragedy nonetheless. To think a vampire would have the audacity to attack a leader of one of our few remaining communities. The Dark Lord will not be pleased.
I have in need of some advice in that regard.
All right.
Perhaps we should take this conversation to your home. I know I still owe you a fencing match.
Well, we can, certainly. But it is a nice day. We could always just walk and talk.
That bothers me not.
I'll like to insight why he doesn't want us to go to his house.
Yeah, sure. I don't know if you could discern exactly why he would want you to go to the house, but you could
Oh,
confirm whether or not he if he doesn't want you to go, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
mean.
Ooh, okay. Hold on. It seems that he's already out and about and doesn't feel like going back to his place.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the general vibe.
Okay.
Yeah. So, what is your question, Jason?
The distribution, the personality of Strahd. Do you know much about it? You've been around him.
You have to understand that a vampire was once a person. And that sky of elves and dwarves and other spectacular, fantastic creatures. We as a species aren't supposed to live so long. He has lived long and longer still. And he has suffered much loss, sorrow during that time. He can be a bit eccentric as a result. Quick to anger, dangerous when angry. He craved civility and tries to be a gentleman, a noble of character. But he has also been uncontested in his power for centuries. And those that have contested him have all been defeated. Even those of staggering power. He is, as they say, ancient and the land. As he says that, Parpol murmurs to himself, He is ancient. He is the land. And Vasily says, he is like a storm brewing. Beautiful, but dangerous. There's the promise of renewal, but also of destruction. I'm not sure that helps.
It does. We have been invited to a dinner.
I see. So it has
And I
come
would
to
like
that.
to see it through to the other side.
Well, he looks around and he says, this could be an opportunity. Castle Ravenloft is far off the beaten path. It would be inhospitable for him to invite you to a dinner and not put you up for the night. You could try braving the castle. Try to plumb some of its powers and secrets. Such an opportunity is enticing. But I would advise against it, as the castle is a living thing and home to innumerable nightmares drawn by Strahd's power. and the nature of that place. If this is a realm of darkness,
Castle Ravenloft is the epicenter, the eye of the storm.
wandering too far in the castle's halls and catacombs, you might find yourself face to face with such horrors that your mind would come unraveled. Yet, there are secrets and treasures.
Keep it in mind. You said this rogue vampire that attacked the Burgomaster would anger Strahd. Is there a particular reason why he doesn't seem to involve himself much with the events of the towns?
Because he was, and still fancies himself, a man of law. Without law,
Chaos reigns. Man becomes beast.
and civilization unfolds into hell itself. Those who have been elected or placed into positions of power must have that power respected. He is the only one who should ever take the life of a settlement's leader, and only if they have provoked his wrath
Through misdeed?
or ineptitude.
Do you worry for Valakai then?
I worry for Valakai for other reasons. The people are
Dissatisfied.
The Baron has descended deep into this madness that holds him. The Walkners, they lie in wait, like hunting cats, eager to pounce when the dog's attention is elsewhere. I can feel the thrum. Danger in every cobblestone of the street. Something is happening. Something very, very big. I hope that the Dark Lord's protections will see me safely through the days that are to come.
I'll look over to Anne. Anything to add?
No. I think we got everything. At least that we can get from this. Let's go have dinner and get out of there.
It was good seeing you again, Vanzoe. May we meet again.
I should hope so. I should hope so. And if you're wondering what gift to bring for dinner, might I suggest something from your world?
Very well. I'm sure we can find something we have on us.
All right. So,
Team investigation. You guys head over to the coffin shop.
Yep.
okay. Let's see. Mm, Gotta resize it. Yep. All right. Okay. So as you arrive at the coffin shop, right away you guys notice that all of the windows, unlike what you're seeing in this artwork here, have their storm shutters down. So you can see there's iron bars on the windows, and then there is the storm shutters are down on both the top and bottom floor. They seem to be drawn, and the curtains closed, and all of that. You do see that there is a sign shaped like a coffin hanging over this door right here.
Yeah.
But there does not seem to be any business happening right now. Despite it being the middle of the day.
We'll go knock on the door.
Okay. All right.
As you knock on the door,
You hear a voice on the other side, and it says, "Hey, what do you need?"
Need a word. We're looking for your employee.
Eh? Who?
The young lad that helps you out from time to time.
I haven't seen him. Check the church.
No, we've been to the church.
Check the orphanage.
We've been to the orphanage. We just need to ask you some questions if you don't mind.
I do mind. Working. Not open for sales. If you need a coffin, come back Saturday.
Wayne's gonna kind of look to the others and like, this is freaking weird sort of look on his face.
Taylor's gonna test to see if the door's locked.
The door is locked. Do you do that quietly, or do you do that like, kind of thing?
Yeah, quietly, of course.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
Okay.
I would also accept a sleight of hand.
They have the same mod.
Okay. Yeah, so he says, "Hey, away from the door! I told you I'm not open! Go on, get!"
Wayne is gonna sit down
Okay.
on the step, and
Yeah.
he is going to get out his lute,
Okay.
and he is going to start playing.
Okay.
I figure if he wants people gone, me sitting there playing may, after a little while, might prompt him to open the door and say, "Yeah, I really mean it."
Okay, yeah, that seems like a good plan. Are you trying to play well to attract people over to the establishment? Or are you trying to play poorly to grate on nerves?
I'm doing that Bugs Bunny thing where I'm playing a certain piece and I'm deliberately playing the wrong note.
Okay, then I need a performance check.
Taylor will pull out her viol and try to follow along and assist Wayne.
Okay. Alright, give me that performance check. Alright, it is just bad. Not intentionally bad, just bad. Yeah, you guys are out of tune, the whole deal. You hear a chain being moved, you hear a latch being done, you hear a bar being moved, and then you hear a lock clicking. The door opens a crack, and this old dude looks out at you. And he says, "It's terrible! I told you to get out of here."
Answer our questions and we'll leave.
What? What are your questions?
Can't we come in?
I said we're not open.
We're not looking to do business. We would like to
Then
have a conversation.
Then we talk here is fine.
Are you not worried about your employee missing?
He's part-time. He's a good boy, but he's part-time. It's fine. It's fine with me. You don't need to.
In part-time, I understand. It seemed like he came here, like, every day.
I haven't seen him.
I would like to incite him.
Yeah, sure.
If it's not good, I will add my expiration.
I would also like to insight.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Him lying. You both know he's lying. He is lying, and Taylor, he is scared. He says, You should just go. Just get out of here.
Look,
Go on.
I know you're lying to me. And I know you're afraid.
No.
And I like to help people. And if you give me reason to help you, I will.
Give me a persuasion.
Okay. If it's bad, I'll add my expiration.
It's very bad.
Ooh, like unrecoverably bad?
Uh,
I already committed.
okay. He says, you seem nice, but silly. You just play your music at the festival, and do not worry about me or Milovaj. This is not your problem.
It is my problem. Let us come inside.
He looks up at the overcast sky and the fluorescent bulb that has replaced the sun with its sickly, kind of gray glow, and he says, "Okay, come inside." All right, so the four of you go inside.
Yeah, I'll follow
Yeah.
him.
Let's see. All right, where's this? Okay, so you guys head inside, and he closed the door behind you, and he starts like locking it again behind you. After he's put the chain, the latch, the bar, locked it, and put the keys in his pocket, he turns to you guys and says, me Lavage dead.
Dead. How'd he die?
They ate him.
Who ate him?
He points to the ceiling.
What's up there?
He shakes his head no.
Did he bring anything here before they ate him?
He doesn't make eye contact, and he just kind of stares at the closed window over here, and he shrugs.
I'll go and look at the closed window.
Okay. Yeah. So as you kind of go over to look at the window, he's just kind of staring, so he doesn't have to look at you guys.
Is there anything out of the ordinary with the window, or is it just?
No,
like,
it just seems like he was
just
picking a
he's just-
place, yeah, to look
Yeah,
that
to
wasn't
look
you
away.
guys. Yeah.
Okay. Do you know what happened to the children at the orphanage? Did they
No.
eat them too?
No, I hope not. But you are mercenaries.
Yeah, you could say that.
You hunt vampires.
Wayne
I
will not.
would.
They forced me to do it. They forced me to do it, and I think they forced Milovosh to do it. He took the bones. He brought them here. They have the bones upstairs.
Oof.
There are 6 of them.
6 vampires?
Yes, and the elf, yes, a dragon. You hear Irenia go, a fucking dragon? What? Dunbar is just sniffing all over the place. Like just sniffing around.
Wayne's gonna pull out a bit of ration,
Okay.
and he's gonna prompt Dunbar to come back over. Wayne is gonna turn to Hendrik and say, "Well, we need a few more things before we can deal with anything."
You must hurry. Once the sun sets, it will be too late.
Okay.
Okay. We'll be back.
Get out of here! I told you I didn't want anyone here. I have no business. We are not open. Get out of here now! I will call the guards.
We don't want your stupid coffins anyways, you crazy old men!
Dunbar sees everybody doing this and just starts barking loudly and running in circles.
Wayne's gonna scoop him up before he has a chance to run away.
Okay. All right. And so you guys get, you hear all the latches and stuff, and he slams the door after he pushes you guys back outside.
We need to go find the others,
We do.
and we'll probably need the priest.
We will.
All right. I'll take you guys back to the landing page.
Vampires? God damn! I'm sorry, are we still
Could have been worse. We could have been immediately ambushed.
Yeah, that would suck. Or you go there at like 9:30 at night.
The last
Sorry, I
time
think
the last time
town's
we
gone.
Yeah, last time we were in a room and there was a vampire hiding
Yeah, I
below
know.
us. It's us speaking, they heard it. So
Mm.
Taylor doesn't know that.
So,
Right, you weren't there.
On that ominous ass shit, I guess that's we're at time.
Yeah.
We will say that you guys are on disparate parts of town. You guys are on the east part of town near the market. They are currently on the north side of town. I don't know how you guys are going to find each other again, but I do agree that you probably should find each other again. So we might say serendipitously that you guys decide. I would imagine that Robin probably has you guys either have the town square or the marketplace as a
the inn,
or
right?
the inn, right? Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah,
Probably the end.
Yeah, because
So
we're gonna
we'll
go.
say that-
Get
we'll-
drinks.
yeah, we'll end the session with you guys all serendipitously arriving back at the inn at the same time, and that's where we'll stop for the night. But that way, you guys can discuss during the week out of game, you know, like kind of catch each other up and make sense of all this craziness. Whoo! All right.
If you
Yeah.
would have said one, I would have been like, I don't know if we can help you, man.
Yeah.
That's a.
Yeah.
It's probably the washerwoman, right? I mean, she's. Cause she wants to take over.
Strahd is not gonna like that. He put a leader in. There's a leader in power, and there's somebody trying to get rid of this leader.
Yeah, but she probably won't. have
Then
any
again,
clues that goes
this
back to her.
leader
She didn't do
is this leader, the Baron, is publicly renounces Strahd von Zarovich because he knows that the town is protected by a huge hollow spell that keeps out evil and all that jazz. Gives him a lot of confidence, and he's got a very very big plan that he's hatching.
See, that's not working with vampires in town.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah. So, what's interesting about this campaign, right, is as you guys go places, timers get started on your calendar, and you just happen to be in town when this particular thing is happening. But like, for example, if from the winery you were like, now let's go to Kresik, all this would just happen without you. And then you would just go and do Kresik stuff. And so it's just very fascinating to me to see like how these things like unfold in the campaign. It's very interesting.
I mean, if they're taking orders from Lady Watcher, we might still be able to diplomacy our way out of this, if we wanted. Assuming Victor can fix our daughter.
A lot of stuff.
A
Or
lot
we
of
could
stuff.
just leave and just let the town evaporate itself.
Hey, at least we'll keep. Blinsky will be alive.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Once you're alive, we took the one person who makes bullets and take them with us.
Yeah.
Well, I tried to see if he could. We don't know. He
he
took my
made
bullets and
he made
said,
poppers.
I will make
He
firecrackers.
made poppers. He's on
Yeah.
the right track.
Hey,
Hey,
you know,
he's
if,
he's experimenting with gunpowder.
mm-hmm.
What the fuck? Guys, wait, is there any world we take on 6 vampires and a dragon?
No.
Not at level
think-
4.
I think-
if we
what
had
if
extra
he,
attack,
like-
maybe.
But I
We'll
mean,
see.
what
I
if
think
like,
it's a dragonborn.
what if- yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe.
It might be a drake.
It's
I
probably
mean, we do
a very
have silver
small
weapons,
dragon.
but we don't have
But-
like enough.
But I'm
Holy
saying
water to finish 'em.
we could get the priest. He's a cleric, and he actually has magic unlike the cleric in Barovia. Maybe we get an army. We light the building.
Does
on
he
fire.
does he still have it with the bones
well,
gone?
Maybe not. Maybe not light the building on fire. That didn't work out so well last time.
No,
Yeah.
it didn't.
But also, we went at night when they were at the full power. So doing stuff during the day.
Oh.
Well, I don't know if we have enough time to get enough allies in. We got like what, 4 hours before
Yeah.
nightfall?
I say you guys meet up
It's-
around 1.
After all that, so yeah,
Sundown's what, like 5 or
6.
6?
Yeah, it's 6.
What if we just climbed on top of the roof and just started breaking holes in the roof?
I had that same thought.
There's no sun.
Or we're
It's
opening up all
daytime,
the
but there's no sun
windows.
really.
Yeah, there's no sun. That ain't gonna work.
But,
always
but
cloudy.
if we did that, if they start attacking, then they're attacking up through the openings that we're making. So we're controlling the flow of combat.
I mean, the only person here who has range stuff is you, Wayne.
Yeah. And all we need to do is get me a bow, and I can start using those silver arrows.
Can you use bows? I thought you can't use bows.
Also keep in
I
mind,
can't use long bows. I can use a short bow because it's a simple weapon.
if Father Lucian is to be believed, every vampire that you meet, maybe besides Doru, is allegedly a former adventurer.
I guess we
that
need
was
to go
turned
talk to
from
Father
Strahd.
Lucian and see what he says. I think
Well-
that's the best thing we can do.
I mean,
Robin's
I
gonna
think
come
it's
back to
valid to let it be also.
yeah. I know, and if once you fill Anne in, she's gonna be like, oh well, we gotta get out of here.
I mean, 6 vampires and a dragon. I'm kind of in the same boat right now.
6 unknown vampires. All you know is that they have the same abilities of Doru with other abilities.
Yeah, I remember how Dora went.
So you gotta ask yourself, could we beat 6 Doru and whatever this guy is calling a dragon? Period. And then if that's a yes, you say, what if they all had character classes?
But what if we have the army of
just us.
Valakai
That's true.
and
I
a
mean,
target-rich environment?
That'd be pretty dope. That'd be a cool ass scene for
You know
sure.
who might would be really good? Probably Isak.
Wait, Wayne won't suggest
Yeah, but
this,
Isak,
I
we just
will.
completely
What if we
piss
tell
off.
the Baron? What if we tell the Baron we found out what happened to your son? These vampires murked him.
Oh,
Oh
shit.
my God, Wayne Larson! You're
Oh,
going
cheap.
Shit.
Wayne will not suggest this. I'm suggesting this.
No, that's
cold. At
And
dark.
then Victor's there shooting firebolts.
We keep Victor out of it. Let's be honest. Victor's not going to last too long if a vampire gets his teeth into him.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it could be these vampires are the ones that have been causing all his issues, not
Hey,
the washerwoman.
At least that way, look, at least that way, we give the town of Valakai a chance. I'm just saying. Otherwise, we're basically leaving and saying sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
Well, you have a whole week to ruminate on it, weigh the pros and cons, weigh the morality of it all.
Oof.
And then, I mean, dinner's waiting.
Yeah, unfortunately, we got 4 Americans here. The morality is pretty low.
Oh.
Yeah, that's true. All right, quick announcements. Tomorrow night, I think we're doing a vodcast. Yeah? Nay?
Yeah,
Hmm?
sure, yeah.
Eh? Okay, I don't know what we're gonna do it on.
Yeah, I don't know what we're talking about, but
Yeah. And then let's see. Saturday morning, Red Hand of Doom, 4 sessions till the end. It's getting pretty intense. And then we've got Solasta for a little bit in the evening. Sunday morning, Curse of Strahd Daybreak. That's a whole thing that's happening. And then Sunday night, Mythic Odyssey. Monday night, Empty Hole in Our Hearts. Tuesday night, Abomination Vault and Cyberpunk Red. Wednesday night, modded Dragon's Dogma. If you don't know, I basically turned the game into fucking Sonic Adventure. My tiny blue woman runs so fast as she just does jump spin attacks all the time, so it's basically just Sonic the Hedgehog. We could probably get another mod that replaces all the music with Sonic Adventure, and now it's become an alright video game. I wouldn't say it's a great video game. It just hasn't aged well. I think Dragon's Dogma 2 is gonna be really good, but I think Dragon's Dogma 1 might be a little too old, a little too long in the tooth.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna get through it. Carried by these mods.
When did
For
it come
sure.
out?
Like 15 years
12
ago.
years ago.
12 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Something like that. Yeah. No, it's good. It's like Skyrim and Monster Hunter had a baby, with just a little bit of souls mixed in, but not a lot of souls mixed in. It's mostly just Monster Hunter and Skyrim had a baby, and it's fun, and the concept is cool, and there's some very cool parts to it. But I had to mod out like all the tedious stuff to really get anything done. But now that I did, I'm really enjoying it.
I think it's going to be a lot easier now that you're a magic archer.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I put in all the hard work. Now I got the mods. Now I got the good class. Yeah, I'm excited. And then Thursday we'll be back here. So, does anybody have any announcements before we adjourn?
Monday night, book club will be meeting to go over how to lose a time war.
All right. I would like to attend that if I could get the book read in time. The book is only like 4.5 hours long, yet somehow it feels like it's 44 hours long. But not necessarily in a bad way. Anyways, I'll save all my commentary for book club. But,
I'm more.
It's good. Thank you, Era. Thank you.
Hi.
Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, I guess we'll stream it too. So that'll be fun. All right. Any other announcements before we adjourn?
Nope. Nothing here.
All right.
Rhyme of the Frost Maiden Orpheus games going on tomorrow night.
Okay. Tomorrow night, Rhyme of the Frost Maiden. And then I think they started their Serpent Seas on Saturdays. I think it's on Saturdays. Yeah.
Saturdays or Sunday middle of the day. I don't remember.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. We gotta get all them schedules like matched up or whatever, so we could just set like a schedule. We need like a social media manager or something. I don't know what we need. We keep getting bigger, and I just don't have the spoons to do anything with how big things are getting.
It's okay.
Oh well. All right. On that note, we will adjourn. I hope everybody has a good weekend and stay safe and healthy. Certainly safer and healthier than your characters in this campaign. And we'll continue this next week.
All right. Take care.
Night.